Pioneers in Game 2 of the 2010 season. The Pioneers at 1-0 on the year, and the Spartans at 0-1 on the year. I'm Jack Healey on board with Drew Arnesen, and our producer is Weston Wheeler. Also our producer at PEGTV, Mike Valentine, and also Chris McCormick. And our camera people are Blair Johnson and Brian Fasikis. Well, Castleton hosting Utica at Spartan Stadium on a sun-drenched afternoon. The final non-conference matchup of the year. Utica coming off an impressive 78-19 rout of Becker College last weekend, the most points ever scored by a Pioneer football team. Castleton dropping a heartbreaking 16-14 game to Plymouth State last Saturday. The Panthers avoided the upset bid from the young Spartans on a field goal in the final quarter. Utica enters its 9th year as a varsity football program, looking to improve upon its 6th-place finish in the ultra-competitive Empire 8 Conference. The Pioneers returning 12 starters, 6 on each side of the football. Well, a week ago in that rout, 4 different running backs combined for 6 touchdowns in that beatdown of the Becker Hawks. And on the defense, Travis Ladd from Mexico, New York, led the defensive unit for the Pioneers with 13 tackles and a sack in that romp over Becker. Well, the Spartans, last week's loss to Plymouth State was tough to swallow. The performance, though, on the other hand, certainly encouraging for the fledgling program. Castleton able to move the ball soundly against a defense that ranked in the top 50 in the nation in overall defense last year. And offensively, the Spartans put up 361 yards in its opening week loss, including 267 through the year by all Eastern Conference, Eastern Collegiate Football Conference quarterback Shane Brzezowski out of Rensselaer, New York. Brzezowski hooked up with freshman Mike Patterson from Jackson, New Jersey, for a 70-yard touchdown strike that at the time gave Castleton a 14-13 lead. And then Plymouth State getting a 25-yard field goal late to win it. And before we get our opening comments from Drew Arnesen, let us run by the starting lineups. First of all, for the Utica Pioneers on offense. Starting at left tackle, number 71, Tom Dyer, a 6', 290-pound sophomore. At left guard, number 64, Matt Malinot, a 6', 280-pound sophomore. At center, number 55, Tyler Oles, a 6'2", 262-pound junior. At right guard, number 62, Brendan Ring, a 5'8", 256-pound senior. At right tackle, number 63, Rick Rados, 6'5", 260-pound senior. Tight end, number 32, Matt Dunn, a 6'2", 211-pound sophomore. At wide receiver, number 8, Joshua Mason, a 6'2", 190-pound junior. At wide receiver, number 14, Jeremy Meyer, 6'1", 216-pound junior. The quarterback is number 5, Andrew Benkwit, a 6'1", 179-pound sophomore. At running back, number 22, Jake Scott, a 5'10", 173-pound sophomore. And at fullback, number 18, Jeff Selner, 6'1", 215-pound sophomore. Jake Scott a week ago posted a career-high 3 touchdowns. He rushed 20 times for 99 yards for the Pioneers defensively. At end, number 91, Tracy Branch, a 6', 224-pound senior. At defensive tackle, number 37, Gerard Close, a 5'11", 250-pound sophomore. Nose guard, number 98, Cody Adams, 5'10", 203-pound sophomore. At end, number 3, James Brain, a 6'2", 190-pound sophomore. At linebacker, number 26, Gennaro Scampone, 5'8", 171-pound sophomore. At linebacker, number 51, Travis Ladd, 5'11", 193-pound senior. At linebacker, number 44, Kevin Hennian, a 6', 210-pound senior. At cornerback, number 21, Jonathan White, a 5'6", 161-pound junior. At safety, number 27, Cody Parkhurst, 6'3", 190-pound sophomore. At safety, number 17, Terrell Cunningham, 5'10", 212-pound senior. And at corner, number 2, Marquez Mosley, a 5'8", 182-pound junior. Again, a beautiful day for football here at Spartan Stadium as we await the arrival for the second time of the Castleton Spartans. Of course, across the way from where we are is where our cameras are located, and they are shooting toward the stands as the crowd from the tailgate parties starts to file in here at Spartan Stadium. Of course, this was a new feature last week in football and during our soccer and field hockey video cast to this point, where the cameras are opposite from where the press box is, and they are shooting toward the press box and toward the people in the stands, which is an added feature for our video cast here in our second year of our fall video cast at Castleton. Looking at the Castleton starting lineup offensively, the left tackle, number 55, Phil Hall, 6 foot, 255-pound junior from East Montpelier, Vermont. At left guard, number 77, Ron Daigle, a 6 foot, 285-pound sophomore. He's from Granville, New York. At center, number 75, Chris Kiernan, a 6 foot, 305-pound junior from Rutland, Vermont. At right guard, number 66, Tom Manley, 5'11", 270-pound sophomore from Londonderry, New Hampshire. At right tackle, number 74, Andrew Kernan, 6'4", 255-pound junior from Rutland, Vermont. At tight end, number 86, Adam Farmer, 6'5", 215-pound sophomore from South Burlington, Vermont. At wide receiver, number 15, Evan Cassidy, a 6'2", 180-pound sophomore from South Burlington, Vermont. Also at wide receiver, number 22, Andrew Kavanaugh, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore from Brattleboro, Vermont. The quarterback is number 7, Shane Brzezowski, 6 foot, 185-pound sophomore from Rensselaer, New York. Running back number 39, Tyler Carpenter, 5'11", 210-pound sophomore from Fort Edward, New York. And also at running back number 41, Mick Wong, 5'6", 190-pound sophomore from Hartford, Vermont. For Castleton defensively, along the line, number 91, Dylan Schwed, 5'11", 230-pound freshman from Gloversville, New York. Along the line, number 65, Gerald Sinclair, a 6'2", 195-pound freshman from South Burlington, Vermont. Also a defensive lineman, number 57, Parker Leopold, a 5'11", 215-pound freshman from Merrick, New York. Outside linebacker, number 84, Adam Sheequin, 6'3", 230-pound sophomore from Burlington, Vermont. Inside linebacker, number 44, Dustin Young, 5'10", 225-pound junior from Dunedin, Florida. Also an inside linebacker, number 29, Josh Osborne, a 6 foot, 210-pound sophomore from Island Heights, New Jersey. At outside linebacker, number 46, Ethan McCurra, 6'4", 230-pound freshman from Granville, New York. At cornerback, number 6, Brandon Bergeron, 5'9", 155-pound sophomore from Hartford, Vermont. As you see the Spartans on the field here now at Spartan Stadium. Strong safety is number 31, Jacob Miter, 5'9", 170-pound sophomore from Troy, New York. At free safety, number 27, Cody Tancredi, a 6'2", 205-pound sophomore from Windsor, Vermont. And at corner, number 3, Vincent Barber, 5'11", 160-pound senior from Stillwater, New York. A slight breeze here at Spartan Stadium. Let's welcome Drew Arnesen as the band making its way off the field. The band will be back on. We'll have the national anthem coming up in a couple of minutes. As people know, this is the 9th anniversary of one of the worst days in American history, September the 11th, 2001. There will be a moment of silence right before the national anthem to remember those who lost their lives on that fateful day some 9 years ago today. A day just like this, clear blue skies, and we will remember the flags here at Spartan Stadium at half-staff as well. And we've had the singing of our national anthem. Nice job as the captains, as we mentioned, will meet at midfield here. Adam Sheikwood and Phil Hall for the Spartans. Across the way, I'm looking at number 8, Joshua Mason. Number 8, number 62, Brendan Ring. Also number 47, Josh Asali. And number 44, Kevin Hennian, as they'll meet at midfield. In the meantime, we welcome the guy from Colorado, Drew Arnesen. Says, go Broncos.
And Rockies, yeah. Well, Jack, coming into this game, we noticed last week how well the Castleton defense played, shutting down a top 10 ranked rushing offense in Plymouth State. The Castleton defense came out of nowhere and surprised everyone and did a great job of almost shutting them down. But today they're going to go up a Utica Pioneer team that they have an even attack. Like you said, talking about last week, setting an all-time school record, scoring the most points. On their running game, 4 different running backs combined for 6 touchdowns, including a career high by sophomore Jake Scott, and senior linebacker Travis led them and added a game-high 13 tackles and 1 sack on the Pioneer defense. And the Pioneer quarterback, he threw for, I do have it here, looks like I'm kind of confused in my own stats here, but
well, the 2 quarterbacks that played last week combined for 357 yards and 3 touchdowns. So when you put 78 on the board, chances are more than one player is going to play at each particular position. Utica has won the toss and will receive. Castleton will take the wind. And as you look on your screen, Castleton going left to right, Utica right to left. Utica in the blue and orange, the white jerseys with the blue numerals trimmed in orange, the orange helmets. Castleton in the home green uniforms, the green helmets and the black pants.
Yep, and right away, Jack, this Castleton defense is going to be tested against this high-powered offense. Again, like I said, their starting quarterback, sophomore Andrew Benquit, he threw for 255 yards, 2 touchdowns. And by the end of the game, the Pioneers did manage to come up with 528 yards of total offense. So
here's Carl Ojala on the boot, and it is Robert Alexander back to the 3-yard line for Utica. We're underway. It's Utica and Castleton. Alexander breaking a couple of tackles and gets his way across the 25 out to about the 28-yard line before he's finally dropped. We're going to find out about that Spartan defense right off the bat.
Yeah, right off the bat. And, this is going to be a true test. Like we said, Jack, they looked great last week against a run-heavy Plymouth State team. So this is, again, like I said, a balanced attack, and right now we're going to be tested. Castleton's being tested right away.
So right away, we'll see. Andrew Beckwith is the quarterback out of the shotgun. 1st and 10, Utica, its own 28, and the throw near side goes incomplete. When I say near side, it's far side as you look out. Covered well by Brandon Bergeron was Joshua Mason. I got to get used to that. I've said it a few times in field hockey and soccer. What to me is the near side. To you, watching at home on your computers or on your TV screens, the far side.
I do think Dylan Schweed got a piece of that ball right there. It did come out of the quarterback's hand a little floppy.
2nd and 10 for the Utica Pioneers, their own 28-yard line. Beckwith throws, and it is complete to Scott, and Scott runs out of bounds at right around his own 35-yard line. So they pick up about 7 to the Pioneers do. It'll be 3rd and 3. Just underway on a beautiful day. I'll tell you, the weather in the first 2 years of Castleton football just about perfect. Only one bad day. Actually, last week was kind of a mixture.
Off and on.
There was a pouring rainstorm here for one game last year, but every other game has been just perfect weather. Mason, number 8, wide to the left. Couple of wideouts to the right, including Acevedo's number 16. There's also a slot right. Beckwith, Andrew Beckwith, the quarterback on 3rd down, fires, and it is incomplete. A hard hit there, Bergeron, separating Jeremy Meyer from the football. A nice defensive play by Bergeron out of Hartford High School. And it's 3 and out, 3 and done, and Utica will have to boot the football away.
And there you go. You see Utica coming out. 3 straight pass plays. Good job on the defensive part right there. And we saw Bergeron did that a couple times last week, putting some big licks on the wide receivers. And right there, that was a first down and some more. But, again, great job by Brandon Bergeron, putting a good hit and getting his helmet right on the football.
4th down, Donato Panisi will be doing the punting here for Utica. As we're just underway, scoreless, and he floats this one. It will hit outside the 30. And actually, Castleton, it might have hit somebody. Barber was one of the players back for Castleton, and also back for Castleton was Jason Young. That might have hit a Castleton player because Castleton then pounced on the football, and it's a good thing that player did because it might have been a live football there.
I thought it was Mick Wong right there. I think it bounced off his head. I could be mistaken, but I thought that bounced off of a Castleton player's head again, but we couldn't tell from up here.
So the Spartans have it 1st and 10. Shane Brzezowski throws out in the left flat. It is complete to Cassidy, and Cassidy, they're going to say, stepped out of bounds just shy of the 40, about the 39, picked up 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3 for the Spartans. Just underway, scoreless, just under 14 minutes to go here in the first quarter at Spartan Stadium. The Castleton Spartans and the Utica College Pioneers.
You know, and that great job by Castleton right there, and I think that's something that they're going to have to do. They're going to have to, totally control the game clock and try to keep the Pioneers' offense off of the field.
Here's Brzezowski. And he's in trouble. He's going to be sacked back at the 35-yard line. James Brain in there, number 3, defensive end, to hit him first. And lost to about 4.
Yeah, and, right off the snap of the football, he just beat Andrew Kiernan right off of the snap of the football. And you can see speed. Speed is really hard to defend on the defensive line because you got the big uglies going against each other. But those DNs are just getting bigger and faster. So
3rd down and 8. The Spartans at their own 34. Brzezowski off play action. Overthrows Cassidy in the right flat at about the 41-yard line. If he made the catch, it probably would have been a first down. So it's going to be 3 and out for the Spartans. They'll have to boot the football away as Alexander, number 1, back deep for Utica. Number 1, Carl Ojala back to punt for Castleton.
Good job by Brzezowski getting rid of that football. Number 44, Kevin Henyon, was coming in hard from the outside, and, he holds on to that football any longer, and he's going to get smoked. So great job to get the ball away.
Meyer actually also back deep with Alexander for Utica. It'll be Meyer at the 32-yard line, and he's tripped up after getting it to about the 37.
Trying to add it up. It looked like about a 35-yard punt right there by Ojala. Looks like the tackle was made by
Cody Tancredi, number 27, tripped him up.
And, Utica, very similar to Castleton. They go on the hurry-up offense. They huddle, but they come out really quickly, and they move very, very, very fast.
1st and 10. Utica has it at its own 36. Second possession. And this time out of the standard formation as Scott is wrapped up after a pickup of a couple. Dylan Schwed, it is pronounced Schwed, on the tackle for the Spartans, 5'11", 230-pound freshman.
And this defense is really impressing me. And, something we talked about before the game, Jack, number 32, the tight end, Matt Dunn on Utica. Somebody to watch for. He is the favorite target out there. You saw him in motion that time, so keep an eye out for him.
2nd and 9. The Pioneers have it at their own 37-yard line. Scott on the call in space, 45 down at the 46-yard line. It is a first down. Tancredi on the tackle for Castleton. It picked up about 9. That's enough for a first down. First down of the ball game. Utica gets it. 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at their own 47-yard line with 12:20 to go first quarter. It is scoreless.
And going back to how I said that this Utica team is just a very balanced offensive team. Their last game, 12 rushing first downs, 15 passing first downs. So you're going to see a lot from this this team, and the Castleton defense is going to get all sorts of stuff thrown at them.
Trips left. Benquit throws into the flat left side, complete to Scott. And Scott manages to pick up a couple. Look like Dustin Young there to hit him first, number 44.
And what a block right there by number 11. Matthew, that was the Castleton roster. Zachary Jensen out there. He really pushed his defender right out of bounds, and he gave him a good look. And it looks like that was number 3, Vincent Barber on the Castleton team. He just got acquainted with the Utica sidelines right there on that play.
Second down, about 8. The Pioneers have it at their own 49-yard line. Their second possession. Scott the call. Straight ahead, Castleton territory. Down at the Spartan 47-yard line. A few Spartans there to drop them.
And Jake Scott is the workhorse for this Utica Pioneer team. Last game he did go for 99 yards, 20 attempts, and he averaged about 4.9 yards per carry. And again, like we said in the pregame, 3 touchdowns from the young man last game.
Sinclair out of South Burlington leading the charge defensively. Third down, about 4 for Utica at the Castleton 47. There's the bubble screen. And a lot of room, 25-20 down the sideline and to about the 2-yard line after the catch. Anthony Acevedo, Bergeron finally caught him. It's about a 45-yard pickup. Let's see where they mark the football.
Looks at they're right about the 2-yard line right now, and what a gain right there. And just a quick little normal bubble screen, just trying to pick up the first down, but you got to love that as an offensive coordinator when it goes for a ton of yards.
Picked up 47 yards, first and goal, Utica at the Castleton 2-yard line. The power I set up. Scott the call, and he gets into the end zone easily, and Utica takes a 6-0 lead. 2-yard touchdown run for Jake Scott.
You know, and the Castleton defense was doing good again. I mean, they're making this Utica team work into the third down, into third downs instead of letting them get first down after first down after first down. But it's that big play. If you're a Castleton fan out there, you got to keep your fingers crossed that Utica does not get any more big plays this game. They are a big play offense.
TJ Lasowski with the extra point, and he bangs it home. It's 7-0 Utica. The big pass play first off to Acevedo, and then from 2 yards out, Scott scoring for the Pioneers. Pioneers lead at 7-0. Back with a kickoff after this word from Castleton.
Oh, and actually,
I beg your pardon. We do have the replay.
And it's, as you can see on your screen, just a little bubble screen out to the left. And Acevedo, you see the speed. He catches the ball and just totally accelerates. And right there, Bergeron coming from the far side of the field, managing to push him out at the 3-yard line. But again, like I said, being an offensive coordinator, having that bubble screen ready to go, and if you can pick up yards like that on a bubble screen, you gotta love it. You think about in the length of this game later on, all of a sudden Castleton's gonna have to come up and protect against the bubble screen and the running back screen, so it's going to open the long side of the field. So
we did take a look at that long pass to set it up, and then the 2-yard run for Scott. So no break. My apologies. It's going to be kicking off will be TJ Lasowski, who hit the extra point. 7-0 Utica with 10:01 to go here in the first quarter at Spartan Stadium.
And this kid's got a leg, Jack. I was watching him in warm-ups, and he was kicking from the 25 and putting him about 5 yards deep in the end zone.
And this one going against the wind, though. It's a line drive, and it will bounce out of bounds on the near sideline. Patterson was back. It looked like also Cassidy was back. That's Mike Patterson, number 20, who caught a 70-yard touchdown strike from Shane Brzezowski a year ago, or a week ago. A year ago,
I was going to say.
I had it on my mind. A year ago, Utica beat Castleton 62-10. It's about ready to say that. But, and, of course, one of the choices, you get the ball at the 40, so good field position for the Spartans. The Spartans have it at their own 40-yard line. trailing now 7-0. So you kind of wonder if the defense doesn't get the job done, the offense has to match that high-powered Utica offense. As the call up the middle to Mick Wong, the 2008 Vermont Gatorade Player of the Year, about 10 to the 50-yard line.
You know, and I see Mick Wong having a pretty big game today. And like we said last week, Castleton's really got to control the line of scrimmage. And it's going to be a lot of run plays and a lot of little screen passes and just short, like you saw Utica do, wide receiver screens. So try to keep that Utica offense off the field. That's what I'm saying.
To give them 9, 2nd and 1, just shy of the 50-yard line. Carpenter gets 2 about the 50. That should be the first down right there. Well, are they going to call it? Well, the nose of the football, if it's at the 50, it's going to be a first down.
I was going to say, hard to tell. Third down, and maybe 1 right now.
It's going to be 3rd and inches for the Spartans.
Number 98, Cody Adams right there. Yeah, it looks like he's a nose guard. That is a big boy for that Utica team.
Now that's the first down right there. It picks up about 5. Carpenter backs his way down to the Utica 45-yard line.
And first down for Castleton.
So Castleton into Utica territory for the first time in the ball game, trailing 7-0. Brought down by a host of Pioneers. 1st and 10 for Castleton at the Utica 46-yard line. Brzezowski out of the shotgun. And unable to come up with it was Cassidy coming over the middle. It'll be 2nd and 10.
We saw that a couple of times last week, and I think it's just Brzezowski trying to get comfortable back there. He threw behind Cassidy a little bit, and again, he puts that ball in the numbers or, gives him some room to run, and he had all sorts of daylight to go.
So 2nd and 10 for the Spartans at the Utica 46-yard line. Spartans back into the eye, a couple of wideouts to the right. Carpenter breaks a tackle in the backfield and manages to pick up 2, maybe 3 tough yards. Got it down to the 43. Hitting him first, Travis Ladd, number 51, linebacker.
And this Utica front right here on the defensive line, they've got some big human beings down there. And, the Castleton offensive line, they're pretty big themselves. It's going to be like I keep saying, it's going to be a game of the linemen down there. Whoever's going to get the most penetration and move each other around the most.
It'll be 3rd and 7 at the 43, and the catch made by Patterson inside the 40 to the 38. Mike Tex Patterson picks up about 5. It was Mosley on the tackle, Marquez Mosley. It's going to be a 4th down play. They're going to say down at the 39-yard line, and the game of field position will be 4th down and close to 5. 4th and 4. Carl Ojala is into the ball game. He'll
this
look
is
to punt it inside the 20.
I was going to say, this is a big spot for Ojala. It would do all sorts of good for the Castleton Spartans to get this Utica team within the 10-yard line. Even better if you could get it within the 5.
And he sails this one, and this will hit in the end zone, so it'll be an automatic touchback. And Utica will have it 1st and 10 at its own 20. Utica has already put 7 on the board, a 2-yard touchdown run for Jake Scott, and adding the extra point. Utica 7, Castleton nothing with 7:06 to go here in the first quarter. After the game today for the Spartans, they have next week off. It's a bye week. It's on to Gallaudet. We'll be back in a couple of weeks for football.
I believe that's going to be Mount Ida, our next home broadcast.
Tyler Oles is the center. He's over the football. Andrew Banquet is the quarterback. Here's Scott, left tackle, as he bounces it to the outside left side and bangs his way for about 15 out to the Utica 35-yard line.
I do think that was
Looked like Vince Barber there on the stop.
Utica's definitely controlling the line of scrimmage when they're on offense, being able to run the ball and pass the ball at will. Castleton's got to come up with a big stop here.
Well, they were able to do it on the first series of downs, not on the second series. Banquet again, Scott, and Scott is going to be taken down in the backfield. See who was there to wrap him up first. That was Josh Osborne. Number 29. Lost about a yard. It'll be 2nd and 11. The Utica will have it back at its own 34-yard line. Josh Osborne out of Island Heights, New Jersey. Utica in the eye, offset. And in motion, that's Matt Dunn, number 32. Beckwith looking, throws, and it is complete to Dunn. The man in motion, and he is tackled in the open field, and that is Cody Tancredi.
Yep. And what a tackle right there, because that's one of those tackles that if you don't make it, all of a sudden the offensive player can go for 15, 20, 25 yards. You know, making open field tackles is one of the hardest things to do in football, especially as a defensive back coming up, taking on the big running backs and wide receivers. So great job to Tancredi in making that stop, making it 3rd and long here for the Pioneers.
3rd about 10 for the Pioneers at their own 36-yard line. They picked up about a yard and a half. Beckwith throws, and Acevedo coming back to make the great catch, far sideline, and a great catch. He came back and made the catch down at the 49-yard line. He was covered by Bergeron, and a big play there. Picked up 13. Andrew Beckwith to Anthony Acevedo. They connected for that 47-yard play right before to set up that first Utica touchdown. Now it's trips left, a big first down play there. Big 3rd down play picking up the first down. And here's Beckwith out of the shotgun. And he completes it to Dunn over the middle down to the Castleton 46-yard line. Dustin Young on the tackle.
Yep, and right there, I mean, you can see a little bit of confusion in the Castleton defense out there when Utica comes out in the trips trying to get the right personnel to the right side. But you know, this linebacking core for Castleton is great with Aguilar and Young right there. And Aguilar wasn't a starter today, but back on the field a week after getting NAC Rookie of the Week with 7 tackles, 3 for a loss.
It picked up about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 for Utica at the Castleton 46. Beckwith throws right side, and it is complete to Mason. But it picks up short yardage. He was hit immediately. Dustin Young over there. Bergeron was in the general area.
Yeah, Bergeron wrapped him up there on the legs.
Bergeron actually hit him first.
Yep. What a corner over there. He's not the biggest guy out on the field, but Bergeron, I've been really impressed with this play 2 weeks in a row now. He flies around the football field. We saw him come from the far side, push the Utica player out at the 2, not allowing that long touchdown. Again, not the biggest guy, but man, he plays with some great heart out there.
3rd down, about 3. Is that picked up 3? That's done in motion, right to left. Scott, 1st down and more. Scott fumbles the football. Did he fumble it or not? Apparently, he might have bobbled it for just a moment. Picked up about 4. It's a 1st down down at the Castleton 39-yard line. I thought he might have juggled that for a moment. Tackle made by Brandon Bergeron.
And they're picking up small chunks of yards as we go here. This is exactly what Utica wants to do. They're totally controlling this football game. We saw pass, 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 and then 2 running plays right in a row. Really spreading this Castleton defense out.
That's Mason and Meyer wide to the left. It's 1st and 10 for Utica at the Castleton 38-yard line. Beckwith throws for Acevedo, and he can't make the catch. Similar to the one he made just a moment ago up near midfield on the 3rd down play. Tried to come back at the far sideline. Couldn't come up with it at the 10. Well covered by Bergeron. It's 2nd and 10. Utica 7, Castleton nothing. We have 2:54 to go, first quarter, here at beautiful Spartan Stadium on a beautiful September afternoon.
I was going to say, and Beckwith just barely underthrew that ball. It was a little bit behind into the sideline of his receiver, but he was wide open that last play.
Acevedo wide to the right, Meyer and Mason wide left. 2nd and 10, Utica at the Castleton 38. Beckwith rolls to the left and throws, and he's got his man as he completes it down to about the 7, let's see, where they mark it down to about the 15-yard line. It was Meyer, number 14, on the catch. That picked up about 21. They're going to mark it at the 16-yard line. 1st and 10, Utica. The Castleton 16. This is a pretty impressive offensive unit. Banquet has a couple of, trips right now, one setback. Setback is Scott, sweeps to the right, looks to turn the corner, penalty markers down. Turns the corner for a couple to the 14. We'll see what the penalty markers are all about.
I do think that's going to be a hold. That is definitely in the vicinity of a hold or possibly an illegal block, but yep. And that's going to be holding on the Utica offense.
And the penalty will negate that short run by Scott. It is holding. It was Rick Rados who was charged with the holding. I don't know how well we could pick that up. I could hear that from the referee. They're going to mark it back to the Castleton 26-yard line, the 10-yard penalty.
And Rick Rados, one of the biggest guys down there on that line, a 6'5", 260-pound senior.
It'll be second down and about 20. Andrew Banquet out of the shotgun. Throws to the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Acevedo, another great catch right off the shoe tops for the touchdown.
Wow.
And it is 13-0 Utica. A 26-yard touchdown pass from Banquet to Acevedo, and he has been tremendous here in the early going.
And what a catch. And how good does it feel to be a quarterback and have a wide receiver like that where you can throw the ball just about anywhere on the field and he's going to come up with it. What a shoestring catch right there.
Wazowski bangs it home, 14-0 Utica, 26-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Banquet to Anthony Acevedo. And we'll take another look at it here. The 26-yard touchdown pass.
You can see it. He just a normal drop. Looks like a little two-step drop. Just throws the ball up. It's a go-get-me ball that I see, and a little bit underthrown. But, wow, what a catch on the goal line right there by Acevedo. What a catch. And that's twice that quarterback Andrew Banquet is kind of underthrown him. But what a catch again by Acevedo, going and getting the football. That's an athlete right there, and what a playmaker.
Banquet, the 6'1", 179-pound sophomore quarterback. And so Utica has opened up a 14-0 lead after the point after by Lasowski.
See, now Castleton's got to do something right there. They have to come back and answer and get these home fans that have been tailgating so hard right back into this football game. So I'd love to see the ball get into Tex Patterson's hands and see what they can do with it.
Here's the boot against the wind. I'll get it to Cassidy's hands at the 15-yard line. Near side has some room, and he's bounced out of bounds right around the 41-yard line. And again, I got to watch that. It's far side as you're looking at it. Near side as we're looking at it. Returned it out to the 41-yard line.
And what a return.
A good field position for the Spartans. 1st and 10 as they're certainly in a situation here with that high-powered Utica offense to try to match if they can offensively.
Yeah.
1st and 10 at the 41. And that is the carry out to the 44-yard line. That is Carpenter. Picked up 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. LaFleur was in on that play in the backfield. Number 30, Travis Ladd there on the stop. 14-0 Utica with 1:20 to go here in the first quarter. Brzezowski has some room. Gets it to about the 50-yard line. Just a little bit shy. First down yardage.
He took a good lick right there on that hit, too, but you can see Utica, they're going with only 3 up front, only rushing 3. It looks like they're dropping into a nickel package right now, so expecting the pass from Castleton a lot when they're coming with those 5 wideouts. Good job by Brzezowski to tuck it and run.
Ladd on the stop, 3rd and short at the 50-yard line. This is Chad Benson, the 30-year-old from Juneau, Alaska, smashes his way for 4. And a first down at the Utica 46-yard line.
And that's I really like that formation when Castle comes up with that. That's their big formation. You could even compare it to their goal line formation. But you get those big guys in the backfield, give one of them the ball, and just let them push each other around back there. Great formation. I love it.
Pitcher in the Montreal Expos organization, 30-year-old junior Chad Benz. First and 10, Spartans, the Utica 45. Mick Wong off the right side for close to 5, down at the Utica 41-yard line. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Gennaro Scampone, linebacker, a sophomore on the stop. It'll be 2nd and 6 when we come back. Spartans will have it at the Utica 41. We've played a quarter here in college football on a sunny Saturday afternoon at Spartan Stadium after 1 our score. Utica 14, Castleton nothing. We'll be back after this timeout from Castleton.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Jack Healey back with Drew Arnesen at Spartan Stadium. Utica 14-0 lead over Castleton. The Pioneers of Utica, a 2-yard touchdown run for Jake Scott and a 26-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Benkwit to Anthony Acevedo. A couple of extra points by TJ Lasowski, and Utica has the 14-0 lead as Castleton now going against the wind. 2nd and 6. Spartans have it at the Utica 41-yard line. Going right to left as you look on your screen. Our camera angle across the way from the stands. Bubble screen. It goes to Kavanaugh, and Kavanaugh a couple of the 37. Andrew Kavanaugh, one of the many Vermonters on this Castleton team out of Brattleboro. Kevin Hennian on the stop. It'll be 3rd down, about 2 for the Spartans. Benz is back in. LaFleur is in offensively for the Spartans.
And this is that big formation I was just talking about. They get 2 fullbacks in there. They got Carpenter in the back. This is the heavy set.
3rd down and short at the 37-yard line. Carpenter against the grain, and Carpenter gets the 1st down at the 33. Picked up about 3. It's 1st and 10. Spartans looking good on this drive.
That was like not a draw, but right there they went heavy to the right. They sent Bentz through the hole and also number 30, Andrew LaFleur, and then they went the opposite side with Carpenter. Good play call right there by the Spartans coaching staff.
Hennian on the tackle now. Brzezowski out of the shotgun. Play action. Bubble screen. Tex Patterson bangs his way inside the 25 to the 24-yard line.
And I definitely want to see more of that being, a little Castleton bias up here. Get Tex Patterson involved in the game. Let him use his speed. Get him out on the wing. Get him outside. Get him the ball and just let him run.
Scampone on the tackle. Picked up 7. It'll be 2nd and 3 for the Spartans at the Utica 24-yard line. 14-0 Utica early going. 2nd quarter. Again, the power setup. And the deep back is Carpenter. Carpenter looking for room. And he's going to be wrapped up.
And big tight end number 89, Anthony Sims, in there. Just didn't quite look like he could get that closeout block, opening up the outside for Carpenter right there.
Looked like, was it Cody Adams, number 98, that made the tackle?
Yeah, big Cody Adams.
3rd and 3 for the Spartans. Brzezowski in trouble, and they're going to wrap him up back at the 35. That's the sack by number 91, Tracy Branch. That was 3rd and relatively short yardage. Now it'll be 4th down. The Spartans been moved back to the Utica 33-yard line. That lost about 10.
Yeah. I was going to say, and this defensive line for the Pioneers is huge. You got 91, the defensive end, Tracy Branch, 6 foot, 224 pounds.
4th down and 12, and Ojala in to boot. Back deep is Robert Alexander. So the Spartans had a pretty good drive there, but turned away, of course, the big sack. And he hits it at the 5-yard line, and it's blown dead at the 4. Great punt by Ojala. And down it was Zach Waitkus. And Ojala, as you saw him, he moved to his right along the line of scrimmage and managed to knock it down at the 5-yard line. Waitkus got down there to cover it up for the Spartans. So now Utica at least has the long field here, 1st and 10, back at its own 5-yard line.
And, you know, last week, Ojala's 75-yard punt, I do believe it was, came on the same exact type of play where he takes the ball, rolls out to his right, and then gives it a boot.
Well, now it's Andrew Beckwith out of the eye. 1st and 10, Pioneers, their own 4. And this is Scott out across the 10. Far sideline, finally tackled across the 25 to about the 27-yard line by Preston Jones, number 17. And that got him out of trouble in a heck of a hurry. 22-yard pickup for Scott, 1st and 10, Utica.
That kind of negates the Ojala punt right there. Put him back at the 4-yard line. You give them one play, and they gained about, 18 right there? Gives them lots of breathing room and all sorts of
picked up about 23, 24 yards at a first down. Andrew Beckwith, very impressive sophomore quarterback, back underneath center for the Pioneers. Again, the workhorse Scott just picking his way for yardage, finds the opening as he moves to his right. Bangs his way out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
You know, and like you said, he is definitely in their workhorse. Chris Cobb is the one right behind him. He only had 5 attempts for 27 yards last week versus Becker, you know, and Jake Scott, again, like I said, 20 attempts for 99 yards. So we'll see Scott have the ball quite a bit today in today's game.
Picked up about 6, 2nd and 3, a long 3 for Utica at its own 33-yard line. And this time they got him in the backfield as there to wrap him up in the backfield. Aguilar was there and Dylan Schwed there. Aguilar a week ago was the rookie defensive player of the week in the Eastern Collegiate Football Conference. Scott losing yardage back to the 32. It's going to be 3rd down about 5. It lost about 1.5 yards.
And, you know, if I'm Castleton, I'm enjoying this. I would like to see Utica in even longer 3rd down opportunities, 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and 8. But, again, good job so far in this drive by the Castleton D.
Key 3rd down play, Beckwith pumps once, throws, and it is complete to Mason. And Mason to the Castleton 36-yard line before Bergeron makes the tackle, but there is a penalty marker down. That would be a 1st down. We'll see what the penalty marker is all about today. Let's see what the call is. It's hand in the face on the defense, so it is a 1st down.
Yep. And, you know, that is the wide receiver, Joshua Mason, out there. 6'2", 190 pounds going against cornerback. I do believe that's Bergeron, right?
And they're going to tack it on at the end of the play. So they tack it on already, a big pass play.
So that's 6'2" Mason going against 5'9" Bergeron, and Bergeron giving up about 20 pounds too. So good job, though, at least bringing him down in the open field once again.
About a 36-yard pickup on the pass play. Now it's 1st and 10. Utica down at the Castleton 20 after the tack on the penalty for the personal foul. Beckwith looking, throws, and it's incomplete. Would have been a touchdown. Scott couldn't hang on at the 1-yard line. 2nd and 10.
And Aguilar was in a great position right there. If he turned around and even threw a hand up, he would have definitely would have blocked that ball and not allowed it to go where it did. And again, like you said, Jack, that was a touchdown for Scott if he holds on to that football.
2nd and 10. A couple of big 3rd down plays. Of course, a couple of big plays late in the game a week ago by Plymouth State led to the winning field goal. And now it's 2nd and 10. Utica has it at the Castleton 21. Beckwith over the middle. Incomplete. Off the hands of Acevedo. Couldn't come up with that one in the end zone. It'll be 3rd and 10 for the Pioneers, who lead at 14-0 with 9:41 to go in the half.
I was going to say the Pioneers, a team that is 9 for 9 in the red zone last week, being 100%. So this is really a part of the field where they shine, and Castleton doing a good job keeping them on their toes, keeping them in 3rd and long situations.
Mason, who caught that long pass just a few moments ago, and then, of course, the penalty tacking on at the end of that is wide to the right. A couple of wideouts to the left, 3rd and 10, Utica, the Spartan 21-yard line. Wide open over the middle, Acevedo in space, and he breaks a tackle at the 10 and manages to move ahead to about the 5-yard line. Picked up 16, another Utica first down. 1st and goal for the Utica Pioneers, who already lead it 14-0 with 9:30 to go here in the first half at Spartan Stadium. They're going to have it at the 6-yard line.
And right here, they haven't run the ball much on this drive, and he's still in the shotgun. I wouldn't be surprised to see a little draw play to Scott here.
And Scott right there with Andrew Beckwith. Beckwith, a fade to the end zone.
Wow.
Acevedo, touchdown.
What a catch and a throw. These two work together phenomenally.
6-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Beckwith to Anthony Acevedo, and Utica has a 20-0 lead with 9:08 to go in the half. Here's Lazowski in to attempt the extra point. And that one's no good.
It's a hard angle up here to look at that and see if they go in.
We'll take another look at the fade for the touchdown. The 6-yard touchdown pass from Beckwith to number 16, Anthony Acevedo.
And right there, that's just like a pro pass. You see the quarterback take a one-step drop and just throw it to the corner of the end zone. A regular fade right there. I mean, you see that a lot when you have a big wide receiver. You just throw it up and let them go get it. But, again, what a throw by Beckwith, and what a catch by Acevedo, having just 2 touchdowns in the ball game.
2 touchdowns,
correct?
but he had another
the
big
one
catch
that,
on a 47-yard pass play.
The one that set up the touchdown.
So Beckwith has had a 26-yard touchdown pass to Acevedo. That one from 6 yards out. The extra point no good, but Utica has a 20-0 lead with 9:08 to go in the half. And actually, Castleton's defense hasn't been that bad, even though they did have Utica a couple of times in big 3rd down situations, and Utica has been able to convert on 3rd and long. But offensively, the Spartans sooner or later have to put some points on the board here. Here's the kickoff, and that will bounce into the end zone. As a matter of fact, just across the goal line in the air, it'll be 1st and 10, Spartans at their own 20-yard line.
Looked like a little bit of confusion. Maybe they had a play on right there, but
it looks like is there a penalty flag down? What is? I think I see one, unless it
there's definitely a flag down.
Flew out of somebody's pocket. We'll see with the announcement here.
That was on 76 on.
Well, it was a personal foul against Castleton after the kick. It's going to be half the distance to the goal line, and Castleton will have it back at its own 10-yard line, 1st and 10, and
that's
a couple of personal fouls against the Spartans here. Of course, remember on that big pass play to Mason, they tacked on another, I believe it was half the distance to the goal line after that one, and the Spartans can't afford to shoot themselves in the foot with big penalties like that. Throw out in the left flat, and it is complete to Cassidy in a burst of speed. Knocked out of bounds near sideline, up across the 20 to about the 23-yard line. Picked up 13. It's a Spartan first down.
Good job by Cassidy right there. You know, getting his team a little bit of breathing room, getting outside of the shadow of your own goalpost. So great job to get a little bit more room to work with here.
Trips right. Brzezowski on first down steps up, and he avoids a couple of people and is tripped up out at the 29-yard line. As number 51, Travis Ladner on the stop, just got him around the shoe tops. Brzezowski could have picked up about, some yardage after that. There's nobody out there as it was. He picked up about 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. Picked up 6. We'll call it 2nd and 4. Spartans have it at their own 29-yard line. Throw out in the right flat. Complete to Cassidy, and Cassidy with a couple of yards to the 31, tackled by number 26 there, Gennaro Scampone, the linebacker. He's a sophomore.
And it looked like Jacob Alecki for the
Balecki.
excuse me, Castleton Spartans. Just he kind of didn't stick his block right there.
3rd and 3, Spartans their own 31. Complete to Cassidy, first down and more out across the 35 to the 37-yard line. And Jonathan White on the stop, the corner on the right side for Utica. Utica has a 20-0 lead over the Castleton Spartans. 7:52 remaining here. You got the score on the clock on your screen. A feature of NSN and Channel 20, PEGTV, 1st and 10. And here again, the completion to Cassidy out to about the 48-yard line. It's picked up about 10, another first down. Ladd on the tackle. So the Spartans starting to get things together offensively here. They have it 1st and 10 at their own 48-yard line.
Looks like Ladd is down too, and if he's, it looks kind of like a cramp because he made the tackle and then he went down, but now he's getting up, walking off the field with his own power here. Definitely, I'm thinking that's a cramp. I was going to say that would be a big blow to this defense. Again, reminding you that he did have 13 tackles last game, and right now I don't know the official stat, but I want to say he's got 5 or 6 up to this point. A good linebacker for this Pioneers defense.
1st and 10, Castleton its own 48. Brzezowski completes it to Cassidy at the 50, and then he gets driven back. Forward progress, maybe a yard or two, and a couple of players there to drive him back. Cunningham also looked like Scampone back to drive him back. It'll be 2nd and 8. 2nd and 9, we'll call it. The Spartans have it at their own 49. Trips right, couple of wideouts to the left. Brzezowski steps up. Brzezowski has a little bit of room and smashed down in Utica territory. It looked like he wanted to go to the slide there, and they kind of hit him on the way down and down at the Utica 46. It's Heisler on the stop. Anyway, 3rd down along 3 for the Spartans, the Utica 46-yard line. 20-0 Utica, the Pioneers with 6:40 to go here in the half. Trips left and a couple of wideouts to the right. Brzezowski, keeper.
Good play call.
First down at about the 41-yard line. Picked up about 5. Terrell Cunningham, safety. Came over to make the stop. I said initially, certainly at first, is there a penalty marker over there? I think there is. It's a penalty marker on the field.
That's right about where the tackle was.
It is a face mask penalty. It's a 15-yard penalty against Utica, so a big one goes against Utica now after certainly the Spartans have had a couple of big ones called against them, and it's 1st and 10 Spartans down at the Utica 26-yard line.
I was going to say Brzezowski for Castleton. He's a tough kid in there. He's taking a couple of shots when he's running the football.
Again, the 5 wideouts. Brzezowski sets it up and fires. Incomplete. He had Kavanaugh coming over the middle and thought he was going to cut to the near sideline. It's going to be 2nd and 10 Spartans. Yeah, I learned that there are, well, I believe 3 timeouts in college football. That's what somebody told me. I thought it was different from college and high school. 3 timeouts a half. Both teams have all their timeouts remaining as Brzezowski on 2nd and 10. Picks up a couple down to the 23.
I was going to say, it looks like Castleton's really trying to work fast right now, going right back to the 5 wide receivers spread. Brzezowski, obviously, quarterback, the only person back, working from the shotgun, just trying to get the clock going.
3rd down and 7. Brzezowski to Cassidy. Cassidy with room down the sideline, and he is knocked out of bounds at about the 14-yard line. Picked up 9. It was Travis Ladd. Clock stops with 5:45 to go in the half. Brzezowski to Cassidy for a Spartan first down. 1st and 10 Spartans. The Utica 14-yard line. Again, the 5 wideouts. Brzezowski right up the middle to the 10, dives to the 6-yard line. There's a penalty marker in the secondary down. We'll see what that's all about. Was there some kind of defensive holding? Brzezowski says it's going to go against Utica.
And it's looking like that way, too. What a good little offensive drive right now.
This started back at the 10-yard line right after the penalty half the distance of the goal line.
And then they've gone in the last, it seems like the last.
Too many men on the field. I think it was illegal participation.
Exactly.
They declined it. It'll be 1st and goal. As we got a timeout. Let's see who called the timeout. It's going to be timeout Utica. Utica's first. We'll keep it right here. 1st and goal for the Spartans at the Utica 6-yard line. Utica has a 20-0 lead. Utica scoring on a 2-yard touchdown run for Jake Scott in the first quarter. A 26-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Benkwit to Anthony Acevedo. A couple of extra points, making it 14-0 in the first quarter. And in the second quarter, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Benkwit to Acevedo. And the extra point was no good. That's where we stand right now. A 20-0 lead for the Utica Pioneers, led by that terrific quarterback, a sophomore Benkwit.
Yep.
And, of course, Jake Scott. But Acevedo has been impressive, the wide receiver.
Definitely.
At least, he's got the 2 touchdown catches, but a couple of other beauties.
We don't have official stats with us yet.
We will
get
at
those
halftime.
at halftime, but he might be over 100 yards receiving already.
So the Spartans with Chris Kernan over the football, the center, number 75, 6 foot, 305-pound junior from Rutland. And they got Benz and LaFleur are up, and Carpenter is the deep back out of the power I. 1st and goal at the 6. Carpenter the call, left tackle, taking people with him. He's awfully close. Going to be down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal for the Spartans.
It looks like he was just right on Chad Benz's back right there, trying to, follow him right into the end zone. Just couldn't quite get there, and definitely a hurry up by the Spartans here.
There's Carpenter, and he's in for the touchdown.
Good job by the Spartans right there. They didn't even allow the Utica defense to get set. A late substitution trying to get that big goal line, those big goal line D linemen in there. They just couldn't get them in time. Good job by Castleton. We see that hurry-up offense paying off.
I think that was a first down play there. I think they didn't get the first down at the 6.
Yeah.
I assume they did. But they got the first down there. That was a first down call, but he took it over from a yard out, and it's 20-6 Utica. So what I thought was the first down before was not, because they declined the penalty, and that is an extra point good, as banging it home was Louis Robitaille. So it is 20-7. Utica. Do we have another look at the touchdown from a yard out?
And this
was the first down play.
Yeah, and the touchdown. And this was scoring right there on a 14-play drive that, like you said, started at their own 10-yard line. Great job by the Castleton Spartans, just marching all the way down the field. Again, 14 plays, and then scoring the touchdown is Carpenter on about a 1-yard touchdown run right there.
So I guess when they had it to 6, it was 5 yards to go for the first down.
Well, because of the penalty, that could have been an automatic first down with the penalty. I don't know the
with
rule.
the penalty, they declined, though. I mean, this is just academic, but again, that was when they got it down to the 1, that was a first down. So
tell you what,
academic, but he took it over from a yard out, and
very impressive drive.
With the extra point.
Looks like when they were going out of that shotgun, it was either a shotgun draw or the shotgun little screen to number 15, Evan Cassidy. So good drive by the Castleton Spartans right there to answer Utica.
Yeah, and that was a 90-yard drive. As the kickoff comes up short, and it's on the ground, and it looks like Utica has recovered at the 35. Oh, that would have been big.
Yeah.
Utica now with a 20. Well, no, they're going to say the Spartans have it. Oh, no, wait, no, the other.
It looks like a field judge
the field judge said, my bad. I thought it was clear that Utica had it, but I'm saying, well, my goodness, did it somehow squirt out of there or what? But it's going to be Utica's football.
And I think that was the called play. That's not even a squib kick, but just a short, high kick by Ojala right there, trying to get the defense underneath it. And then you can see on your screen the Utica big offensive line comes out there now.
So Utica with a 20-7 lead now, with 5:11 to go in the half. This is Andrew Benkwit. He's doing his best impression of Peyton Manning right now. Look at him calling the signals, changing the play. Benkwit, the sophomore, Lets it fly, and the closest player to it was Bergeron.
And it looks like, when he was up there changing the play, they had a little confusion right there. It looks like Acevedo did about a 25-yard out, or a 20-yard out, and the ball went about 35 yards.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 as the Pioneers have it at their own 35. Pioneers, same nickname as Denver University, right there, Colorado guy?
Exactly.
The Denver University Pioneers, Utica Pioneers, 2nd and 10 for Utica at its own 35-yard line. 20-7, Utica with a lead, 5:05 to go first half. Beckwith looking, fires, and Meyer on the catch, and he was hit hard, and he hung on. Nice catch down at the Castleton 45-yard line, but there's a penalty marker down. Back up field in the offensive backfield.
Definitely looks like the holding area once again.
It is holding against Utica.
This guy, what a play, number one. And then, even though this whole play is negated, number 14 to hold on to the ball right there, Jeremy Meyer. And I'll tell you what, if Castleton had a hit stick to give away, because I know in my high school we did that hit of the week, I would have given it to Brandon Bergeron twice now in 2 consecutive weeks.
So the holding call against Utica, so they're going to mark it back at the Utica 25-yard line. 10-yard penalty. And it's going to be 2nd down and 20 for the Pioneers. A couple of wideouts to the right. One setback. It's Scott, and a wideout to the left. 4:52 to go in the half. Beckwith coming back on the bubble screen, complete. Out across the 35 to the 36, Joshua Mason. Picked up 11, got a lot of at least half the yardage back.
I think that was Bergeron in on the tackle once again.
3rd down and 9.
I was going to say almost got a little bit more there, about 3 yards past the initial line of scrimmage before the holding play.
Actually, there's Osborne number 29 on the tackle. 3rd down, about 8. That's what we'll call it now, as the Pioneers have it at their own 37-yard line. Andrew Beckwith. And he avoids pressure, and he slides down just across the 50 into Castleton territory. It was 3rd and long, and of course, after the penalty, they had it to 1st and long, and Creedy on the stop anyway. That is a 1st down. 1st and 10, Utica. Big 1st down there by the quarterback Beckwith. And, of course, remember, they had it 20 yards to go after the holding call, and picked up half of it and picked up the rest of it right there. 1st and 10, Utica at the Castleton 49-yard line. 3:38 to go in the half. Beckwith tosses it out on the bubble screen, complete down to the 40. This is Acevedo with room. Far sideline, 30, 25, 20. Down the sideline, he runs out of bounds right around the 5-yard line. A 44-yard pass play from Beckwith to Anthony Acevedo on the bubble screen as he took it to the far sideline. It'll be 1st and goal for Utica. And where are they going to mark it? At the Spartan 5-yard line.
I'll tell you what, if he wasn't above 100 yards receiving, he is now. This kid is electric. He's fast. He's got great hands that we've seen, and there's just no answer to Acevedo right now from the Castleton side. I would say put Bergeron on him and let him stick with him, but hard to say right now. Utica giving Castleton defense all sorts of different looks.
Right after the Spartans went 90 yards and scored, Beckwith is going to keep, and he's going to be wrapped up after pickup of a couple down to the 3-yard line. And that was Ethan McCura, a freshman out of Granville, New York, the outside linebacker on the stop. It'll be 2nd and goal for Utica, the Castleton 3. Utica has a 20-7 lead with 2:35 to go in the half.
I was going to say plenty of time for Utica to work right now. And something definitely to think about. Do they nurse the clock here and not allow Castleton really much time back? But
and a man in motion. Here's Scott straight ahead. He's got the touchdown, and it's a touchdown from 3 yards out as Utica takes a 26-7 lead.
Silly penalty. I saw that one. It's going to be another personal foul on Castleton. I don't know who it's going to be, but I saw number 32, the tight end for Utica, hit his back after the after the play was already over, it's going to be a personal foul on somebody on Castleton. They have to keep their composure at this point.
It's on Shequin. And they're going to assess it on the kickoff.
I was going to say, very uncharacteristic of Shequin, the captain here on this team.
And it's going to be, in to attempt the extra point, it's going to be Lazowski. 26-7 Utica after the 3-yard touchdown run by Scott. And that one is blocked. Maybe you can run it back in college football. If you pick it up and go the other way, you get a point. But Bergeron couldn't handle it near side. And
I'll tell you what, this kicker's kind of struggling right now. I watched him in warm-ups, and he was great. He hit a 50-yarder. It's a 45-yarder, but
we'll take a look at the touchdown, the 3-yard touchdown run by Scott.
And just a normal give right up the middle. This is your typical goal line package you're going to see, and just bang it in. And Scott gets in for his 5th touchdown of the season, I want to say.
Well, he scored, 3 last week?
Yeah, and he's 2 today.
Yep, he scored from 2 yards out, the first touchdown, and that one from 3 yards out. And Castleton's, with these personal fouls against the Spartans, certainly, how many have there been? At least 3.
3 now, yeah.
That's something that the coaching staff can't be very pleased about. And after the 15-yard penalty assessed, it'll be out at the 45, the kickoff from the 45-yard line. So it's 26-7 Utica answering the Spartans right off after the Spartans scored on the 1-yard plunge by Carpenter. Again, it's T.J. Lasowski.
He's got a strong leg, just kind of struggling a little bit with the extra points today. I'm trying to look through my notes, and
well, he didn't struggle with that.
Yeah.
He banged that one right through the end zone in the air.
I was going to say, I'm trying to look through my notes of my stats from last week, but I don't think he missed 1 last week, now missing 2 already.
Well, that one was blocked, so.
Well, if you saw how it came off, I don't know if it was on the holder or what, but that ball never got air at all. It went straight into the Castleton line, too, so. Even though it was blocked, it was a give-me block, if you will.
So here come the Spartans now, who took a 90 yards for a score before. Here's Shane Brzezowski on the keeper. Maybe 2 yards, dropped at the 22-yard line. Travis Ladd finished him off. He didn't make the initial hit. 2nd and 9. Shane Brzezowski. Quick throw, incomplete. Patterson couldn't come up with it. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Yeah, and looking through my notes, I don't have extra points here. I got field goals. Lasowski was 1 for 1 last week from 27 yards out, so it seems like watching the coaches next door, the Utica coaches, they're very upset with missing those extra points.
Shane Brzezowski, 5 wideouts. It's Patterson in motion right to left. Throws out far side, complete to Kavanaugh. He's going to be wrapped up. He gets nothing. It's Marquez Mosley on the stop. It's going to be 3rd down. No, that was a 3rd down play. It's going to be 4th down, and Spartans will have to kick it away. And we got a timeout, Utica. That's Utica's 2nd timeout. We'll keep it right here. Of course, we'll run by the stats and so forth at halftime. We'll give the band plenty of airtime here on the Northeast Sports Network and Channel 20, Public Access, Channel 20 in Rutland. You're just joining us, Jack Healey, Drew Arnesen. Our producer is Weston Wheeler. Our camera people are Blair Johnson and Brian Fasikas, doing a great job on a beautiful day here with the high-powered Utica Pioneers. A high-powered offense and pretty good defensive unit, too.
I was going to say.
Leading Castleton by a score of 26-7.
You know, my question right there, that last drive, Castleton's still going just for the little dump passes and the screen passes, not really trying to extend the field, and I think that's something that this offense has really got to do.
Carl Ojula against the kick away, and Meyer, a diving catch, a little bit on the dangerous side at the Utica 47-yard line.
Called a fair catch, but he called
Did he call a fair catch? I
But
didn't
really,
see that.
really late. I mean, usually you have to get your arm up and let everybody know pretty early. But
Well, he had to make a lunging catch anyway.
Yeah, very, very late fair catch call right there.
Well, with this high-powered Utica offense, they got plenty of time here with 1:40 to go in the half.
I was going to ask you, Jack, what do you think they do? You think they just come out of the gates and just go for it, try to get another 7 points up on the board?
Well, let's see. They put 78 on the board last week. I think that's
that's
in their DNA.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, Beckwith is lined up here in the shotgun. Trips right. Yeah, they're going to see what they can do. They dump it underneath, and it goes incomplete as Zach Jensen couldn't hang on. He had some space. It'll be 2nd and 10.
You know, and I'm surprised Matt Dunn, number 32, the tight end for this Utica ball club. He has had a very quiet day, actually.
Well,
extremely quiet,
some other guys are doing some stuff.
I was going to say. I mean,
he hasn't had to have a. Jensen is in wide to the right. Also wide right is Mason. Acevedo is wide to the left along with Jeremy Meyer.
Hey, the only reason I bring it up is it looks like he is one of Benquit's favorite targets there.
Benquit. Incomplete. He threw it behind Acevedo. And the way Acevedo has been all day, I'm surprised he didn't catch that.
Put one hand out there and just sticks to it.
It'll be 3rd and 10. The Pioneers have it at their own 47. You see on your screen the Pioneers with a 26-7 lead over Castleton. 1:32 to go in the first half of a sun-drenched day. Last week, the crowd was 3,700 plus. It looks to be about the same. If I were guessing, well, I'm not going to guess. I would say maybe a little less, but who knows?
Yeah.
So
Leave it up to speculation.
It seems to be about the same. Well, Beckwith looking. And the catch by Acevedo.
Wow.
And, boy, he puts on the afterburners, and Tancredi finally brought him down at the 34-yard line.
You know, Jack, and when he first caught that football, I thought maybe Castleton was going to stop him for a loss, but, man, he caught it, came across the middle, and ended up picking up 15.
Picked up about 16 and the Utica first down at the Spartan 34. Benquit to Acevedo, and he runs out of bounds far side. And right around the 26-yard line, picked up 8. It'll be 2nd and 2. Clock stops with 1:16 to go in the half. And Utica wants some more.
Definitely, and what a great play right there. Again, just a little 8-yard out, 9-yard out. Get the ball into your best wide receiver today and get him right out of bounds. And you see he's over here on the island with number 3, Vincent Barber.
And trips right for Utica. 2nd down play, Benquit moves to the right. Looks, throws, and he's got his man Mason out at right around the 10-yard line.
Wow.
Picks up 16 and a first down. It's going to be 1st and goal. It's just inside the 10.
I was going to say, this Utica ball club, I mean, Castleton, it's rough, you know, from a Castleton standpoint, but it's really nice watching this team. This is a great football team on this field right now, moving the ball through the air, on the ground with no problems.
So Utica looking for more. 1st and goal at the Castleton 10-yard line. 1:09 to go in the half. Trips left now. 1 setback and 1 wide out to the right for Andrew Benquit. Benquit looks, and it's incomplete. He threw it behind Mason. I'm not sure if that was for Mason or Scott in the left flat. And
looked like they were doing little crosses right there and just right in between them.
I guess it was intended for Scott,
yeah.
number 22.
This would be big for the Castleton defense right there. Get some momentum going into the half right now. Come up with a big stop or even hold this Utica team to only 3 points. I mean, you got to build somewhere, and that would be a great job for this Castleton defense and something for maybe their offense to feed off of. 2nd
and goal at the 10-yard line. Utica. Quarterback Benquit. And he throws underneath complete Scott down at the 6-yard line, picks up about 4. Sheequin was over there. Barber and Tancredi. It'll be 3rd and goal. 52 seconds to go in the half. Going to mark it at the 5-yard line.
Here comes the hurry up from the Utica team. Actually, it looked like they were going to go in the hurry up, but now it looks like they're just letting time burn off. And
3rd and goal. Actually, they mark it at the Castleton 6. 14 on the play clock here. They might be content just to
let it run down, get one more play in, possibly.
Maybe they'll call timeout.
Yeah, definitely going to call a timeout.
Yeah, there they call timeout. So they'll have a 3rd and goal at the 6 with 19.7 seconds left here in the half. That is the final timeout for Utica. Utica has a 26-7 lead with 19.7 seconds to go here in the half. I guess they just want to make sure they get the right play called here.
And this is one of those things, I mean, even if you don't get this, then you obviously you have the field goal set up here.
Well, not if you don't get into the end zone.
Oh, well, unless it's an incomplete pass here, then it gives them the 4th down opportunity to kick it off.
A couple of touchdowns for Jake Scott on rushes, and a couple of touchdown passes from the sophomore quarterback Andrew Banquet to Anthony Acevedo. The scoring. And Andrew Banquet on 3rd and goal from the Castleton 6. Now the Spartans will call timeout. I believe that's Castleton's first. Not sure if the referee shouted that out or not, but so Castleton wanted to see what they were lining up offensively here.
And Coach Klatt, he's good at that. We saw him do this a couple of times last week. Let the opposing team take a timeout and see what they're going to come out with, and then he comes right back and calls a timeout.
We mentioned next week is a bye week or an off week. In 2 weeks, it's on to Gallaudet, game we will not have for you. We have all the home games and the game at Norwich on NSN. All the home games are on NSN and also PEGTV Channel 20 Live. They have Mount Ida on the 2nd of October, New York Maritime on the 9th, and then Becker on the 30th. There'll be 3 more home games after this. 3rd and goal for Utica, the Castleton 6-yard line. Beckwith looking. Throws to the end zone. Touchdown is right across the goal line, making the catch. Jeremy Meyer, a 6-yard touchdown pass from Beckwith to Meyer. And Utica has a 32-7 lead with 15.7 seconds to go in the first half.
And boy, do they move the ball efficiently. Whether it's in that time, I don't think they ran the ball at all. That was all through the air right there. And again, Utica just doing a great job moving the ball. Let's see if their extra point kicker can actually get this one to go through the uprights, missing the last 2 in a row.
Wasowski. Well, that one is good. And it's 33-7 Utica, and we'll take another look at that 6-yard touchdown pass from Beckwith to Jeremy Meyer.
Takes a 2-step drop out of the shotgun, and what a ball again. And nice. These receivers on Utica do a great job of just running their routes. They really run hard, tight routes. You know, that was just a little out route right there, and a perfect pass, perfect ball. Not much you can do on the defensive side when, you know, the offense is clicking like that and not making any mistakes.
3 touchdown passes for Andrew Banquet, 2 going to Anthony Acevedo, and that 6-yard touchdown strike there to Jeremy Meyer. 33-7 Utica.
See if Castleton get anything moving. I mean, just get something positive going right now on this kickoff return. Just, you know, any positives to take in at halftime so they can build off that coming into the second half, because it's definitely going to be hard going down, losing 33-7.
Wasowski. And he bangs this one past Cassidy right through the end zone. So Spartans will have it 1st and 10 at the 20, 15.7 seconds to go in the half. The Spartans will get the second half kickoff.
And I would have to assume that Coach Alursio is going to be just content right now and just probably take a knee. But I could be wrong.
Well, we'll soon find out if you were right or wrong. I think you're going to be right.
Yeah.
No, you're going to be wrong.
Hand off to Wong.
Wrong as it goes to Wong. You're wrong, Wong on the carry.
That's going to do it.
It's about 3. And count down the last couple of seconds here, and we have played a half here at Spartan Stadium. And at halftime, our score, Utica 33 and Castleton 7. We'll be back with our halftime show, and of course we'll take a listen to the band for a while as well at Spartan Stadium on this sun-drenched afternoon. We'll be back after this timeout from Castleton.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Jack Healey back with Drew Arnesen here at Spartan Stadium. We're at halftime as the Spartan band will entertain. And Utica, well, we knew that they had a high-powered offense. Remember, a year ago they beat Castleton, and I know that that was a year ago, but they beat Castleton 62-10, put 78 on the board against Eastern Collegiate Football Conference Team Becker, a team that Castleton will meet later in the year right here at Spartan Stadium. And they put 33 on the board here in the first half, so they come as advertised, as we'll take a look at the first half statistics, and then we'll listen into the band here. It's Utica 33, Castleton 7 at halftime. 10:01 to go in the first quarter. Jake Scott, a 2-yard touchdown run to put Utica up by a score of 6-0. And Lisowski with a kick to make it 7-0 as Utica went 64 yards in 6 plays. The drive took 3 minutes and 5 seconds. With 1:53 to go in the first quarter, it was Andrew Beckwith with a 26-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Acevedo. Lisowski with the extra point to put Utica up 14-0. Utica went 80 yards in 10 plays. That drive took 5 minutes and 13 seconds. And that was the score after a quarter. Into the second quarter with 9:08 to go in the half. It was a 6-yard touchdown pass from Andrew Beckwith, again to Anthony Acevedo. The kick was no good as the Pioneers took a 20-0 lead. It was a 95-yard drive. We forgot about that. After, of course, it was first down back at the 5-yard line, a 95-yard drive in 8 plays that took 2 minutes and 57 seconds, and that with 9:08 to go in the half. It was 20-0 Utica. Castleton got on the board with 5:14 left in the half. Tyler Carpenter, a 1-yard touchdown run. The Spartans went 90 yards in 14 plays in 3 minutes and 54 seconds. Louis Robitaille with the extra point. That made it 20-7. Then it was Jake Scott, a 3-yard touchdown run, his second touchdown of the game for Utica. And the kick was blocked. That made it 26-7 Utica. And that was a drive that went 65 yards in 6 plays as the extra point was blocked. And then with 15.7 seconds to go in the half, Utica scoring again. Andrew Beckwith is third touchdown pass of the ball game, a 6-yard touchdown pass to Jeremy Meyer. Lisowski, the kick, and made it after the kick, the extra point made it 33-7. Utica went 53 yards in 8 plays, a drive that took a minute and 24 minutes, and that's where we stand right now. And Jake Scott has 12 rushes for 69 yards. Beckwith has 2 rushes, 16 yards for Utica. Beckwith is 18 of 27, 284 yards, 3 touchdowns. And you mentioned I want to see receiving. Acevedo, 8 catches,
That's what I was
176 yards. I think he's well over 100. 2 touchdowns.
200.
45 yards was the longest. Acevedo, that's that 45-yard. That one, I believe, is the one that set up that first touchdown, Drew.
Yep.
For the Spartans, Brzezowski's 10 of 14, 54 yards. Carpenter, 8 carries for 23 yards, and really not much offensively for the Spartans. And anything to add there? We'll take a little break.
No, that's about it. Anthony Acevedo going for 176 yards here in this first half. And another thing that jumped off the page to me was Travis Ladd having 12 tackles right now. I mean, this is also something is one half of play. This isn't even a full game. So this Utica squad is it's a great team right now. Not much to say, you know.
And why don't we take a little break? We'll probably take about a 12 to 15-minute break here. We'll listen into the band, and again, hope you enjoy yourselves watching this on a brilliantly sunny afternoon. The only bad news is that Utica has a 33-7 lead at halftime. The Spartans will get the second half kickoff. We'll enjoy the Castleton Marching Band here at halftime on NSN and PEGTV Channel 20.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
Well, there is the look at the sun-drenched crowd here on a beautiful Saturday, and fans enjoying themselves except for the scoreboard, as you can see there. Utica 33 and Castleton 7 as we get set for second half action coming up. Jack Healey on board with Drew Arnesen, and our producer is Weston Wheeler. Our camera people, Blair Johnson and Brian Pasikas, as the game shown worldwide, the video cast on the Northeast Sports Network, and certainly worldwide as well on Public Access Channel 20. In Rutland, PEGTV, as the Spartans back out on the field, they'll get the second half kickoff. Quite a first half display by the high-powered Utica Pioneers, who put 78 on the board against Becker. Becker is a team in the Eastern Collegiate Football Conference, same conference as the Spartans. Becker will be here later on in the year. Andrew Beckwith, the sophomore quarterback, 18 of 27. He has 3 touchdown passes. He's thrown a 26-yard touchdown pass to Anthony Acevedo, and also a 6-yard touchdown pass to Acevedo, a 6-yard touchdown pass to Jeremy Meyer. Jake Scott has had a pair of touchdowns from 2 and 3 yards out for the Utica scoring. The Spartan scoring coming on a 1-yard touchdown run for Tyler Carpenter. Shane Brzezowski's 10 out of 14 for Castleton for 54 yards. Carpenter 8 rushes, 23 yards for the Spartans. Acevedo, though, he's been the story. 8 catches, 176 yards, and a pair of touchdowns for the Utica Pioneers. And in the rushing department for the Pioneers, Scott, 12 rushes for 69 yards and a pair of touchdowns. This team has been very, very impressive. So we mentioned Castleton will have an off week next week on to Gallaudet. And we'll be back here later on in the season, October the 2nd, Mount Ida. You'll be with me for that one, and I know you're going to take a little break. We'll have a guest color man on the 9th. New York Maritime will be in town. That'll be a 12 noon game for New York Maritime, Mount Ida at 1 p.m. Then on the road at Anna Maria and at Husson, before finishing up with Becker at home on October 30th and on the road at Norwich on November 6th. The game with Becker will be at 12 noon. Keep in mind, the last 2 home games for the Spartans will be noontime kickoffs. The next home game, however, against Mount Ida will be 1 p.m. So we'll see what happens here in the second half as the Spartans look to get back into this one somehow, as the Spartans trail Utica by a score of 33-7.
Just a quick update. It does look like number 63, Ryan DeCourcia, defensive lineman for Castleton. He came out without pads on. He's got his right shoulder iced up right now. As of right now, it doesn't look like he's going to be returning to the game today. So, Jack, if you were in the Castleton locker room, what are you telling your players?
Well, you can't get it all back at once. Probably is what you would say is you got to take it play by play. There aren't any 26-point touchdowns.
Yeah.
Just try to make stops on defense and try to pick up first downs on offense. Here we go. Castleton with the football in the second half. It goes to Cassidy at the 5-yard line. Has some room, and he got it out to about the 27-yard line before he got wrapped up. As down there on the special teams for Utica, number 29, Luke Monaluso, who's a sophomore. So we'll see what the Spartans can do. Actually in their drive, they did go 90 yards before it was capped off on a 1-yard run for Tyler Carpenter.
I was going to say, definitely some positives to set up here the second half to work off of.
And Brzezowski on the handoff to Carpenter up the middle, and this is how you do it. He takes people with him, gets about 8, maybe 9 yards out across the 35 to 37-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
There's a gang of Utica players bringing them down right there.
And Brzezowski pumps once toward the flat, then lets it fly, and just incomplete out of the outstretched fingertips of the tight end, Adam Farmer, out of South Burlington. Would have been a spectacular diving catch. Worth a try there. It's 3rd and 1.
Definitely, and that's something that I was talking about in the first half, that they were doing lots of screen passes, lots of bubble passes, lots of little short run game. I said they needed to extend the field, and great job right there by Castleton.
And here's Brzezowski, and he picks his way up the middle for a first down, out to about the 44-yard line. Picked up 7.
And that 90-yard scoring drive that you were talking about, they did a lot of that. Lots of little short passes and lots of draw plays. See if they go right back to it here in the second half.
James Brzezowski, the sophomore out of Rensselaer, New York, pumps once, moves out of the pocket, throws wide open. Cassidy, Utica territory, down at the Utica 33-yard line. 23-yard pickup. Kevin Hennigan on the tackle. So here come the Spartans, first drive of the second half. Spartans have it 1st and 10, trailing 33-7 under 14 minutes to go in the third quarter. They have it at the Utica 33, and that is complete to Kavanaugh to Brattleboro, near sideline. Tackle made by Jonathan White.
Good tackle. These cornerbacks for this Utica team, they tackle great. Both teams' defensive backs are great at making open field tackles.
Picked up about 6. It'll be 2nd down and about 5. Picked up about 5 as Brzezowski gets it down to about the 25-yard line. Picked up about 3.
I really like watching this Castleton offense. I like the hurry up or get the change and go type of mentality they have. And
so it's 3rd down and a long yard for the Spartans, and Carpenter is wrapped up as he got it to just inside the 25. They're going to be a half-yard shy. Be 4th down. I think at this particular point, even though it's early in the third quarter, you certainly got to go for it here. It's 4-down territory. Obviously, I think you would anyway.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And
4th down, about a yard.
Here comes the super heavy set.
Horns out at the 24. This is Benz with it off the left side. He bowls his way to the 21. The youngster at 30 years old on the carry right there. The big guy who used to be in the Montreal Expos organization struck out Adam Dunn, Sean Casey, and Ken Griffey Jr. and Picks up a first down, 1st and 10. And here's Carpenter, and he's tripped up at the 20-yard line. Nice open field tackle. He's had a nice day defensively.
Yep.
Travis Ladd, linebacker for Utica.
So that's 13 tackles on the day for him.
2nd and 9 for the Spartans at the Utica 20. 33-7 Utica out in front. 12:08 to go, third quarter. Shane Brzezowski looking, and he's hit as he throws, but he gets it off complete to Cassidy, and Cassidy for short yardage down to the 18. Actually picked up something out of nothing there, almost a sack.
Yeah, I was going to say number 26 for Utica came flying in. Scampone.
Jared Close getting credit for the tackle. It'll be 3rd down and 7 at the 17 of Utica as the bubble screen picks up about a yard.
And there he was again, Travis Ladd, just shellacking right there, taking him down. Good hit to bring him down.
Completion to Cassidy. And they are going to go for the field goal here. It'll be 4th down, about 6. They're going to mark it down at the 24. Angle to the right. Robitaille with a 34-yard field goal attempt. They want to get points on the board here. And this will be no good. So they gave it a shot on the field goal, trying to get some points on the board, something positive, and so the Spartans are turned away.
Yeah, and I don't know if you can see it in your screen. It doesn't look like it, but that wind is starting to pick up a little bit and going right against the way that Robitaille was kicking. You can see the flag there waving around quite a bit.
So Utica will have it 1st and 10 at its own 20-yard line. Going left to right here as you look on your screen in the third quarter. Sophomore quarterback Banquet. Banquet looks to throw, and was almost picked off. Looks like Bergeron.
Yep.
Almost.
Oh.
I beg your pardon. Barber almost picked it off. Number 3. Barber came back right in front of Jeremy Meyer and almost picked it off.
And right there, it came out for the bootleg right there, but Castleton had that one played pretty well, having the defensive end, and it looked like a linebacker right there, not allowing much room.
Barber's on the right side. Bergeron's on the other side, actually. It's 2nd and 10 for Utica. Its own 20. Utica's first possession of the second half, leading at 33-7. 10:58 to go in the third quarter. One setback, Banquet. And it goes to the setback, and Scott spins his way to about the 22.
He is a crafty back there. Not only I've seen him, he's ran over a couple of people, but he's got a nice little spin move to get it going as well.
And now it's about the 23. Give him 3. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Pioneers of Utica.
I think that was Aguilar that made the tackle. Yep.
And he's in there. He was the Defensive Rookie of the Week last week in the Eastern Collegiate Football Conference. Banquet out of the shotgun, fires, and he has got the completion out at the 34-yard line. He completed to Acevedo, and that was well covered by Bergeron, too. Almost got a hand on it, but it's a first down. Picks up 11.
And they are a machine for getting first down. That is 16 on the day right now, and it seems like Castleton's doing a great job getting this team into 3rd and longs, but they just can't shut that door with, 3rd and 10. They're always picking up the first
as well
downs.
as the defense played last week, I thought that was the major problem, as it usually is, third down plays by the defense. And it swung out complete to Meyer. Meyer has some room, 40, 45 far sidelines. Spun out of bounds at about the Utica 48.
And what a job right there by Meyer, turning nothing into something. I thought, there wasn't a great block right in front of him about 2 yards deep, but he made a move, made one guy miss, and all of a sudden picks up another first down.
Yeah, picked up 13 with a pass completion from the sophomore Andrew Banquet to Jeremy Meyer. They have connected on a touchdown late in the first half already in this game. And here come those Pioneers. They are an offensive machine. Banquet throws, and it is complete.
Wow.
As making the catch and run out of bounds around the Castleton 35-yard line is Zach Jensen. And I'm not sure who got over there, but somebody took a chance at picking that one off, and it was just by that player.
I think that was Bergeron, too.
That picked up about 18 in the first down.
And, man, it doesn't matter who they throw the ball to. I haven't seen Acevedo in there quite yet, but they've got a few.
He's already made one catch here in this half, right, in this drive. Yeah.
But they've got 3 other guys that are picking up the slack as well, just all sorts of offensive weapons.
1st and 10, Utica, the Spartan 35, and there's Acevedo, and oh my, he didn't hang on. That was too easy for him, I guess.
Are we watching the right game? He dropped one. Acevedo with a drop across the middle, especially with some room to run right there. Very uncharacteristic drop right there.
Clock stops with 8:46 to go in the third quarter. Utica 33 and Castleton 7. Utica on the move, 2nd and 10 at the Castleton 35-yard line. Acevedo and Jensen are wide, or Jensen's actually wide to the left, along with Mason. Acevedo one of 2 wideouts to the right. Benquit sets up the little dump-off pass, incomplete. Intended for Scott, and it'll be 3rd and 10.
I was gonna say the one part of the game that Utica has struggled at this game. I mean, not much, but those little dump passes, they can't seem to connect right there. Scott, there's been a few times where he's been wide open with room to go, but just cannot quite connect.
Tyler Oles is the center, 6'2", 262-pound junior, number 55. Trips left for the Pioneers. 3rd and 10. This is where they've been outstanding all day on 3rd and long. Benquit looking. And he fires. Once Acevedo, he overthrows him at the Castleton 5-yard line. Good coverage there again by Bergeron. It'll be 4th and 10.
And Acevedo looked back like he might have been looking for a flag, but from up here it looked like there was no contact. Just like you said, great coverage by Bergeron.
So that is a stop for Castleton as Donato Venisi is on to punt for the first time, I believe, Drew, since the first drive of the ball game.
Yeah, correct. They've been 8 out of 9 on 3rd down conversions Utica has, so make it 8 out of 10.
Barber and Jason Young back deep.
Probably now 10 out of 10.
Castleton had to call a timeout, I believe. Yeah, they would have had too many men on the field.
Yeah. And probably
Coach Alercio, I can see him from here.
Yeah.
He's absolutely, he's not too happy about that because that's it's one thing making the physical mistakes, but those somebody was on the field, shouldn't have been. They had to call timeout, so they wasted time out there. Their first of the second half, and what happened is, that's a mental mistake, and mental mistakes really are, inexcusable.
I was going to say, at this point of the ball game, you're down 33-7. Mental, like you said, physical mistakes happen. Blown coverage here happens. A dropped ball, it happens. That's something, you try to coach it, but that's just ability. Whereas, you have 12 men on the field. That is a coachable mistake, and hence why Alercio is so upset with his team right now, because mistakes are, especially those mistakes, are ones that cannot be being made down 33-7.
Vincent Barber back deep along with number 23, Jason Young. Barber's number 3. And the punter is Donato Panisi on 4th down and 10 from the Castleton 35-yard line. Panisi back to boot right around the Castleton 48. And he tries to hit it inside the 20. He does. It will hit outside the 15 and take a reverse bounce. And what started off as getting it inside the 20 happens to be just as if he had kicked it into the end zone, really.
Yeah.
And the Spartans will have it 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line, but they do make a stop. Something positive,
Exactly.
A little bit of momentum for them. Trailing 33-7. It's Utica with a lead with 8:30 to go in the third quarter.
I'm going to get number 8 in there.
Shane Brzezowski out of the shotgun, sets up the screen, and that is complete to Young. And back to the line of scrimmage, it'll be 2nd and 10. That's Jason Young, number 23. Looks like a Spartan has been shaken up. Looks like Captain Phil Hall out of East Montpelier played his high school ball at U32.
Looks like it's going to be the left shoulder. He's holding that arm like it is a shoulder thing right now. First player to go down in the year so far.
It is Hall, number
it is
55.
Hall.
Yep. Into the ball game is Mick Wong, number 41. Played on back-to-back state championship teams at Hartford High School. The 2008 Gatorade Player of the Year in Vermont. Brzezowski throws, and it is incomplete. It was up for grabs there, up around the 42-yard line. Almost picked off by number 21, Jonathan White. Intended receiver was Dennis Furman.
And I think the closest player to that was the Utica defensive back right there, just a little bit overthrown by Brzezowski.
Zach Wakus and Dennis Furman are in. 4, and Wakus is number 8, Furman number 4. 3rd and 10. Spartans have it at their own 21-yard line. Brzezowski throws, and it's incomplete. Wakus couldn't hang on up around the 34.
And Tracy Branch, the defensive end, did give Brzezowski a nice little shot from behind there. So he's getting beat up a little bit today. He's had some nice runs up the middle, but he's definitely taken some punishment when he's going out there. I mean, you know, defensive players love to hit the quarterback, and they're really getting to it today.
So the Spartans, after holding, finally Utica on a 3-and-out. As Ojala has it blocked. It's live at the 4-yard line and taken in for the touchdown. Blocking it and taking it in was Barrington Wallace. 39-7. Utica with 7:58 to go, third quarter. Wallace on the block punt, and he took it in for the score.
And again, the Castleton's going with that little Ojala takes 2 steps, 3 steps right, goes to kick it, and obviously the Utica football coaching staff saw that and was ready for it this time. And very questionable call right there by Castleton. Why wouldn't you just set it up and boot it off instead of going with the
Wasowski with the extra point attempt, and it's wide to the right, so the kick no good. It's 39-7. Utica with 7:58 to go, third quarter. Let's see if we can take another look at the block punt. Second time in 2 weeks that Ojala's had a punt blocked. Wallace coming in from Ojala's right.
Looks like he just beat maybe one of the blockers. And
I think, of course, we're showing it downfield. Yeah. It's back the other way. Wallace picked it up about after the block punt, picked it up right around the 5 or so and took it in.
Tough break right there for the Castleton Spartans. Again, after you said, picking up some positives, came up with a big stop there. Finally stopped this Utica team that seemed like they couldn't be stopped on third downs. They made a stop, and then obviously nothing going offensively. But then to have a punt blocked within your own 10 and then return for a touchdown just took any momentum they had away.
We anticipated the play downfield, but it was blocked, and Barrington Wallace took it over, number 28, who was a freshman.
The extra points still seem to be a problem.
When you score like this, I've got to tell you, it's not much of a problem. Yeah. And this is Patterson at the 5-yard line. Tex Patterson out close to the 20 and gets hit hard there. It's shy of the 20-yard line, so the Spartans will go on the offense again. 39-7 Utica with 7:52 to go in the third quarter. Sean Fontanez on the tackle.
Yeah, maybe, Jack, maybe not so much in this game that the extra points matters, but the coaching staff, they're thinking in the future, in the close games, you can't be missing 3, 4, 5 extra points. He has a 3.
Brzezowski shoots it down the middle, incomplete. He underthrew his intended receiver. Some new players seeing action for Castleton. That's the number 48. That's Matt Wainscott, who was an outstanding player at BFA of St. Albans. BFA, an early season juggernaut Division I football in the state of Vermont. 2nd and 10. Spartans at their own 20. Brzezowski throws, and it is a leaping catch down at the Utica 45-yard line. Great catch by Jacob Bilecki. Bilecki on the leaping catch.
And what a great job. He just went right up and over William Northey, having the size advantage, desire right there to go get the ball.
That was a 35-yard pickup. Bilecki on the catch from Brzezowski. And this time they tried to go to Wainscott. It was deflected. It could have been picked up, but it'll be 2nd and 10 Spartans at the Utica 46. Clock stops with 7:30 to go in the third quarter. So Bilecki on the catch. He was a shrine player this past year for Vermont in the game against the New Hampshire team. That's Bilecki again on the bubble screen. Out at the 40, picked up about 5.
You know, Castleton, again, this is how they run their offense. It's a fast-paced offense. Trying to get something going still.
Third down, about 5. Spartans have it at the Utica 40. Bilecki's from Newbury, Vermont. The pass down the middle. Wayne Scott makes the catch. Hit hard down at the 25-yard line. Picked up a first down. Picked up about 16. Parkhurst on the tackle.
Castleton doing a great job moving the ball through the air right now.
First and 10 for Brzezowski and company. And another completion out in the left flat down to the 19-yard line. Was that Patterson? I believe it was.
I think
number
it
20.
was.
Yeah.
And
Patterson picked up about 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. And there again is Patterson on the catch down to the 10-yard line. And Travis Ladd on the catch. That picked up about 9 in a first down. First and goal at the 10-yard line. Brzezowski moves up, throws underneath, complete at the 7-yard line or so, and then driven back after the catch was Cassidy.
Yep.
Down at the 5-yard line. Scampone on the tackle.
You know, and I'm surprised we hadn't seen the draw up to this point.
Second and goal at the 5-yard line. Carpenter tries to smash it in off the left side and still on his feet down around the 2 and wrapped up and brought to the turf here at Spartan Stadium. It'll be 3rd and goal for Castleton.
And again, the reason I said that is because they were going from the shotgun and they would throw, and then go with the draw, and it was being quite successful, but we didn't see it that drive.
Spartans have it at about the 3. Benz bangs in, touchdown, the kid from Juneau, Alaska.
It looks like the offense is staying on the field. Going to go for 2 here, try to get them a little bit closer, cut the deficit.
That's 39 13. That's a 3-yard touchdown run.
30 years young, Chad Benz.
Chad Benz, a baseball player, and of course had the same physical situation as Jim Abbott with one arm. Let's take another look at the kid. 30-year-old Chad Benz cracking on over from 3 yards out.
They just come in that heavy set, a turn and a give, and you just let your fullback power right through. And, you know, it's all that experience in his lifetime right there. Got him into the end zone. Benz from about 3 yards. Maybe he was thinking about striking out Sean Casey and Adam Dunn and maybe King Griffey Jr. right there on that play.
Yeah, again, if you haven't been with us the last couple of weeks, we mentioned it once today. Drew just mentioned it. Chad Benz in the major leagues, and again with one arm, left-handed, the glove on one arm, catching and throwing in the major leagues. For example, Jim Abbott, the same situation with the Yankees and Angels back in the early 90s, struck out Adam Dunn, Ken Griffey Jr., and Sean Casey when he played with the Montreal Expos, and he bangs one over. He is a junior. He actually started his college career at Long Beach State, and he gets the touchdown from 3 yards out, and the Spartans are their second time out.
No, that was a Utica timeout, timeout White.
Oh, it was Utica timeout. I beg
Yep.
your pardon. So one apiece in this. 39-13 Utica with 5:27 to go in the third quarter. As the Spartans go for 2, Brzezowski right up the middle, and he's in for the 2 points.
Definitely a good call right there by head coach Alessio. Try to, you cut the deficit as much as you can because you hope that your defense can come up with a couple big stops. They just proved themselves coming up with a stop before, obviously, the blocked punt. But hopefully they can keep it coming and just keep getting those extra points.
Actually, not certainly respectable getting a couple of players that had not seen action or had not been in Wakus and also Bilecki, both making catches. Wakus, or was Bilecki who made the great catch. I say Wakus, it was Bilecki, number 85, and also Wayne Scott, who was a part of that drive as well. And then Chad Benz banging over from 3 yards out. And the 2 points by Brzezowski. And it's now Utica 39 and Castleton 15 with 5:27 to go in the third quarter. A lot of time left here.
Yeah, I was going to say, a lot of football game left for the Spartans to get back into this one.
Here's Carl Ojala with a kickoff. This will come up short at the 35. It's on the field. Scramble. Let's see here. It would appear that Utica's got it. They do. It might have been Stewart who came back to recover.
I was going to say, and that's twice now that Castleton's done that, and Utica kind of fumbling over the ball on those little, they're almost like pooch kicks, if you will, but one of these times those might work out for the Spartans here, and I think it's a design play to pooch it like that and let the cover team get as close as they can.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Utica Pioneers. They have it at their own 35-yard line. Looks like there's a different setback there.
Yeah, number 6.
As the pass is complete over the middle out to about the 43-yard line.
There you go, and there's your tight end.
And that is done. That's the first time in a while I believe
it's his first catch of the ball game.
It's the first catch. He had a few touchdowns last week, did he not? Out to the 43. It picked up 8.
And he had 4 receptions for 72 yards last week.
Number 6 is Zach Jones for Utica, Zachary Jones. And the catch over the middle, Meyer, now close to the 50-yard line, and picked up close to 7. It is a first down.
To say this Utica team choosing not really to run the football, obviously watching probably game film on Castleton and Plymouth last week. Castleton obviously stuffing the run really well, but struggling today, stopping it through the air.
Andrew Banquet, 1st and 10 for Utica. Utica's 49-yard line. And he's trying to swing it out for Jones. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And again, right there, those little swing passes to their running backs, they're just not getting the timing down correctly today.
Well, we mentioned 3 different players for Castleton. Wayne Scott, certainly Bilecki, and Waitkus, I guess, right? We're part of that drive. A couple of wideouts to the left. It's done. Number 8 is Mason. A couple of wideouts to the right. 1 setback, Zachary Jones. 2nd and 10 for Banquet and company. Throws over the middle, and this is, again, to that man, Acevedo. And Acevedo down at the 34-yard line. Tackled in the open field by number 31, Jacob Miter. Picked up about 21. 1st and 10. Utica has it at the Spartan 35.
Couple more catches, and he's going to be clear over 200 yards for today.
Well, he's close to it already.
Yeah.
What was it in the first half? 176.
Yep.
Banquet, Andrew Banquet. Jones up the middle on the call. Jones 30, 25, still on his feet, down at the 24. Brings people with him down at the 23.
Getting a little.
Picks up 12 and a first down for Utica. Here they come again.
I was going to say, I mean, you know, you talk about the running game, always having the running game, and then you put 8 or 9 in the box to stop the run, but all of a sudden Castleton's doing the exact opposite. You know, you're putting they're putting only 4 and 5 in the box because they're going in nickel packages and such to try to stop the pass. So, you know, pass, and all of a sudden you run one, and you see the 15-yard pickup.
1st and 10, Utica at the Castleton 23-yard line. Banquet throws over the middle, and it is complete to Meyer. Meyer moves ahead to the 5-yard line. Tancredi on the tackle.
And what offense this Utica Pioneer team has. I don't know. There's not much more to say about them. Moving the ball any way they want to. Not saying that this Castleton defense isn't doing a good job, just this Utica offense is.
1st and goal, Utica. That's a 19-yard pickup. Utica has it at the Castleton 5-yard line. Benquit has a couple of wideouts to the left, one setback. It is Jones. Jones gets the call. Jones awfully close.
Depends where they mark this one.
Just about at the 1 foot line.
Line judges all over that one.
That was first and goal. Now it's second and goal, just inside the 1 yard line.
Looks like Parker Lapolte, the freshman, outside linebacker, checking into the game, number 57.
Jones is the deep back, second and goal at the 1 yard line. Jones, the call, tripped up. Bergeron in the backfield. That lost about a yard or two. It'll be third and goal.
And Bergeron, what a day he's having. He is, for the day, he is leading Castleton in tackles and and big hits as well. That's 8 tackles for Bergeron today.
Third and goal for Utica at the Castleton 2 yard line. 39-15, Utica in front, coming down in a minute 30 to go in the third quarter. They're in the eye offset. Mason wide to the left. Misdirection, Benquit. Throws
Wide
to
open.
the end zone for the touchdown. It's Matt Dunn. And Utica takes a 45-15 lead.
Wide open in the back of the end zone.
It's a 2 yard touchdown pass for Benquit to Dunn. This is a different kicker for Utica. Seth Mitchell. And he bangs it home.
Told you, Jack. Definitely something that Utica coaching staff was not pleased with was the extra points. Yeah, you can see the Utica Utica boxes right by us. They were excited about that extra point, and we're going to take a look
Utica
at that.
you say 46-15
right here.
lead. Here again in the misdirection. Watch this, a great play by Benquith.
Comes out on the naked bootleg over here, and you can see coming across the back of the end zone, there's your tight end. Wide open. No one within 15 yards of him. Wide open. Great play.
And coming with a minute 17 to go in the third quarter. That made it 45-15. Mitchell with the extra point to make it 46-15.
Just looking down at the sidelines, it looks like Ryan DeCourcy, the sophomore defensive line's got his right arm in the sling, possible shoulder injury.
I didn't catch it. They just made the announcement on the attendance. It's 2,600 and something. I didn't. It's less than last week. It's about 1,000 less than last week. It was 3,700 something a week ago. That's Patterson out across the 20 to about the 23. I thought he said 2,642, but give or take a couple. So I guess my estimate was off. I thought it was about the same as last week, even though deep down I thought, well, it may be less than last week. But minute 12 to go in the third quarter, 46-15, Utica.
See what Castleton can do here.
Rosowski. Oh, it was almost picked off. Would have gone 27 yards for a touchdown. Almost picked off by Alex Rukavena. Second and 10. That was it.
Looking at the Utica sidelines, it does look like they've got a couple of the second stringers warming up.
Second and 10. Here's the throw, far side. Kavanaugh juggling catch to about the 27. He is dropped by number 29, Luke Monalesu, and also over there was number 4, Omari Byfield.
Definitely getting some second string guys here, some work on this defensive front too.
Picked up 4, it'll be third down and 6. Carpenter dropped after a pickup of maybe a yard. Byfield on the tackle. It'll be fourth down, and the Spartans will have to boot it away with 28 seconds to go. third quarter, and Utica has a 46-15 lead.
Well, to this point, I mean, something to be proud about on the Castleton side is not allowing the immense amount of points that were allowed last week in 78 by Becker. So make the comparison. I mean, their defense is definitely doing a decent job.
They're going to let the time run down. We've played 3 here at Spartan Stadium. After 3 quarters of play, the Utica College Pioneers 46, the Castleton Spartans 15. Back with the fourth quarter after this from Arnesen.
Why did I choose Castleton?
Castleton is big enough, so there's a lot to do. It's small enough so I can really get involved.
Sports.
Theater and music.
Radio and TV.
Internships and community service. There's a real sense of community.
And lots of opportunity.
And Castleton is in Vermont.
That means hiking, biking, skiing, and riding.
Visit castleton.edu to learn more about Castleton.
(46-15), Utica out in front, and Castleton, as you look out, going left to right here in the fourth quarter, looking to boot it away. Carl Ojala. So Utica, we knew they would put points on the board.
They have looked impressive, too.
Carl Ojala gets it away, and it will send Meyer back at the 29-yard line. Penalty markers down. This will be called back. Far sideline and out at about the 50-yard line, just shy of the 50.
Yeah, and I
Probably
saw
a hit from the back, or maybe a clipping call.
Yeah, I saw that one. I don't know who made the block, but it was on number 8, Zachary Waitkiss. He was down there in position to make the tackle, but then a Utica player came up and blew him up from the back. Should be 15 from the spot of the foul, right?
Yep. Or half the distance to the goal line, probably.
Within the 30.
Unless it was beyond the 30-yard line. Looks like we're going to have a new
quarterback.
Plug on the back.
Yeah, it's number 7.
And number 7, it will be Jared Kite. Number 7. He's a junior. So half the distance to the goal.
And he had an impressive week last week, too. He went 9 for 10 for 102 yards, 1 touchdown. Longest pass of the day was a 17-yard completion. It's kind of a good team all around, whether it's starter or backup here for this Utica Pioneer football team.
Jared Kite, 1st and 10. It's back at the Utica 18-yard line. Here's Jones skipping out across the 25-30, and he is in the open field. Let's see as he takes off and finally knocked out of bounds across the way down at the 25-yard line. Zachary Jones.
And I was definitely about to say that, Utica is probably going to keep the ball on the ground the rest of the game, do some clock management.
They're going to say he went out of bounds at the 25.
Forced out of bounds by, look like Preston Jones, a sophomore defensive back.
Jones on Jones. This is a 57-yard run, 1st and 10 Utica at the Castleton 25-yard line. They give it right back to him. Got 5 down to the 20. And Aguilar on the tackle. Picked up 4. It'll be 2nd and 6 at the Castleton 21-yard line. Utica has a 46-15 lead with 13:40 to go in the game.
An explosive offense, to say the least.
They are kind of explosive. But Ciccio is wide to the right. They're going to go to Jones again. Here he goes,
Wow.
15 to the 10 to the 5. Spins into the end zone, touchdown. Oh, my. Zach Jones, a 21-yard touchdown run, and Utica now takes a 52-15 lead.
And what a run right there by Zach Jones. Hit the outside, bounced off one almost tackler, and nice little spin move to get across the goal line. And, you know, Jack, we were just saying it, but to have backups like this, when, you know, when your starters go out, to have these explosive backups, how wonderful it must be to be a Utica coach right now.
Here's Mitchell in to attempt the extra point. And he's got it, and it's 53-15. 53-15 Utica, as we'll take another look at it. The 21-yard touchdown run for Zach Jones.
Look at how good this, just a straight give, and I want to say that's like a 5-hole. Goes off, bounces off a tackler right there. Going up and then he puts a nice little spin move right there. Nice little spin move off of a tackler, crosses the line, just could not refuse to be brought down right here.
How many yards rushing did he have in that drive? Just about 75 or 80 yards on his own, right? He had a 57-yard run
and
before
then
that.
4. And then, so that's, he's right around 100, I want to say.
That didn't take long.
3 carries for right around 100. And I did see number 11, the backup quarterback for the Castleton Spartans. Looked like he took some snaps. We might start seeing some more subs getting put in for the Castleton side as well.
Matt Reed is the backup quarterback, number 11. Osowski to the 11-yard line. Patterson looking for room, knocked down at the 20. So 1st and 10 for the Spartans at their own 20-yard line. And it will be Reed in a quarterback.
You know, just something I do know about him, he's a backup catcher for the Castleton baseball team, and he has a cannon. So I would love to see Coach Alercio open this field up and let Matt Reed throw the ball around a little bit, because I'm telling you, Jack, he's got an explosive arm back there.
He's out of Amherst, New Hampshire, Matt Reed, number 11. Spartans have it 1st and 10 at their own 20.
Ooh.
Picks up about almost 5 there.
I think that was Wong. And he took a lick, too. I don't know who,
Yeah, it was Mick Wong. Wong and LaFleur in the backfield.
I don't know who gave him the initial hit, but I could hear it from up here. Somebody really stuck him.
Picked up 5. It'll be 2nd and 5. It's 53-15 Utica. Boy, a lot of hard hits there. That's Wong again for about a yard.
Wong with a nice little bit of explosion. He got away from number 42 on Utica and actually turned it into some positive gain there. I thought he was going to be wrapped up in the backfield.
Down close to 3 was Heisler, number 52,
Yeah.
a linebacker that actually finished off Mick Wong. Reed looking to throw for the first time, and it is caught by LaFleur along the far sideline. He's out to about the 49-yard line. Andrew LaFleur on the catch and run. Alexander on the tackle. Picked up about 23. They mark it out to the 50-yard line, a first down, 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And Castleton only 6 of 10 in the first half on 3rd down conversions, getting 1 right there.
Reed again to Wong, and there he goes. 20-15, 10-5, touchdown, Mick Wong, 50 yards.
And there's a positive there for you, Castleton fans.
It is now Utica 53 and Castleton 21.
And they are going to go for the extra point here, not going for 2. How about some explosive running from Mick Wong?
Here's Louis Robitaille. And it's good, and it's 53-22 Utica with 11:46 to go in the game. 50-yard run for Mick Wong out of Hartford High School. 2008 Vermont Gatorade Player of the Year. Let's take another look at it.
And he gets the handoff, and he hits the hole pretty well. It looks like he gets bumped a little bit right there, and all of a sudden you lose him, and boom, there's your burst of speed, and no one was going to touch him. Great job by Wong right there. And I do think that's his first rushing touchdown of the year. Yeah, that is. That is his first.
He didn't get one last week,
yeah,
a 50-yard touchdown run for Mick Wong. And in fact, he did most of the ball carrying on that drive, and a couple of carries, including the touchdown. And, of course, there was a pass play to LaFleur. So 53-22, Utica. This high-scoring affair, still 11:46 to go in the game. Yep. Carl Ogila will do the voting here. So about 1,000 people less today than there were last week in the stands. 2,600 plus. Last week it was 3,700 plus. And this will send the man back at the 6-yard line. Alexander out to the 22, and there's a penalty marker down. Andrew Purcell was down there on the special teams.
Definitely getting some more extracurricular down there. I think it's going to be another personal foul going against Castleton. A little too much pushing and shoving there going on after the whistle.
Robert Alexander was on the return, and they're discussing things here on the penalty.
I was going to say, if that's the way it goes, I know Coach Alercio is not going to be happy about that. I mean, I don't know if it would have made a difference in the game today, but Castleton definitely took way too many personal fouls.
Well, it's offsetting penalties. Personal foul both ways. That's another way. Of course, Drew Arnesen will be down below talking to Coach Alercio soon after the game on our post-game show. And you were asking me for suggestions, but can't be too pleased with the 3 or 4 personal foul penalties either. So Jared Kite
going from the shotgun again. He was under center the last time.
1st and 10 for Utica at its own 24-yard line. And the bubble screen near his side, and some room across the 30.
What a
35,
block.
40 along the far side or the near side as you look at it on your screen, and run out of bounds. And about the 40-yard line, the catch made by Christian Machiccio after the catch on the bubble screen from the quarterback, Kite.
I was going to say, did you see Kite out there giving that block to spring him free right there? It was a downfield block, but Kite throwing a good old arm right into somebody, springing up his receiver.
That was about a 35-yard pass completion. Machiccio on the catch from Kite. Everybody getting into the act here. Number 24 is in and managed to tightrope down the near sideline down to about the 32, and on the carry was Chris Cobb. Before he was run out of bounds finally, or actually ran out of bounds along the near sideline.
This is an exciting team to watch, Jack. Good football team.
Picked up about 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 for Utica at the Castleton 32-yard line. Utica has a 53-22 lead with 10:50 to go in the game. Kite underneath center. And again, first down carry. Barber makes the tackle down at about the 18-yard line. Chris Cobb on the carry, and here's another penalty marker down.
And I think this one's going to be a late hit on Castleton because it looked like he was down and somebody came flying in there at the end of the play. So.
As it was, it picked up 15 yards, and then this will be tacked on at the end of that run.
And I think this is definitely, I know you talked to Coach Alercio on Thursdays, I do believe.
half the distance to the goal line. It'll be first down. Utica.
I think that was on Sinclair, Gerald Sinclair, a freshman.
Yeah, well, he's coming out of the game now. They are going to mark it at the 8-yard line.
Well, back to my thought, I was going to say this is definitely something Lucio is going to speak with you about next Thursday.
First and goal for Utica at the Castleton 8. Here's Cobb bouncing to the outside. Backs his way to the 4-yard line. Second and goal. Utica at the Castleton 4. Dustin Young over there, number 44.
And he's been it looks like they're definitely going to the run game now here at Utica, which it makes sense. Keep the clock going, stay in bounds, and this running back, Chris Cobb, has turned into the workhorse here.
He's the lone setback. Couple of wideouts to the right, and one of them in motion. That's Jensen, and back the other way. Cobb again. Down to about the 2-yard line.
In the last game, he went 5 attempts for 27 yards and 1 touchdown. So getting to the point where they're knocking on the door, and I don't know if we've got it. We do. As of the first half, Utica was 4 for 4 in the red zone. And again, like I said earlier, coming in 9 for 9 in the red zone. So to this point, I do think they've been 100% in the red zone.
It's at the 1-yard line. They operate out of the I. Third and goal for Utica, the Castleton 1. Christopherson is the up back. Cobb is the deep back, and somebody jumped.
I think that's number 80 on the Utica
team. And I
team.
think it was Utica that jumped first. We'll see here, unless Castleton crossed the line of scrimmage. I know there was movement defensively as well. Yep, false start. It's going to be back at the 6. Third and goal for Utica.
That was
the Castleton 6.
The tight end, number 80, Jess St. Aubin, a junior.
Looks like they're marking it out quick, closer to the 7-yard line. So line of scrimmage before was probably between the 1 and the 2. Now it's at the Castleton 7. Kite, the quarterback. That's Christopherson, number 40. Cobb picking his way up the middle, and he breaks into the end zone for the touchdown, and that was Chris Cobb taking it over from 7 yards out. And it's now Utica 59, Castleton 22, 8:23 to go in the game.
I was going to say, I might have spoke a little early saying Castleton keeping them to a lower amount of points, but again, there's still 8 minutes and 20 seconds left, and this Utica second group is doing just about as good as the Utica first group was.
And this is Mitchell. And that's no good.
And I do think we've got a replay of the touchdown here coming up. These running backs are really, really physical running backs. Not only are they fast, but they're breaking tackles. And you can see Cobb takes in one of the Castleton defenders with him all the way into the end zone for a second rushing touchdown of the year.
And how many extra points have they missed? 3 or 4? And
yeah, four to this at this point.
Score could be a lot worse. The kick no good. 59-22. Utica with 8:23 to go in the game. A 7-yard touchdown run for Chris Cobb.
I was going to say, Lozowski's missed 3. And your current kicker.
It's Mitchell.
Has missed 1 now.
I believe that's, Seth Mitchell. And this is Lozowski on the kickoff. And this will be on one hop at the 14-yard line. A little bit of room out across the 25 to about the 28-yard line on the return. That's Jason Young. Robert Alexander on the tackle. So we'll see what the Spartans can do on this drive. They managed to get a 50-yard touchdown run for Mick Wong. Wong with a touchdown. Benz with a touchdown. Carpenter with a touchdown for the Spartan scoring.
I'm trying to find out who's in the backfield right now.
Quarterback is Reed.
I think that's Jason Young.
Straight ahead to about the 33-yard line, a penalty marker down.
This is going to be a face mask. Now, I saw that one. In college, is it like the pros where there's a 5-yard face mask and the 15-yard face mask?
I believe it's the same. I believe it's the same. I learned that down. I was trying to figure that out a year ago. I remember it was something like that. We said an inadvertent face mask or a.
Because I saw that one too. Yeah, I saw
believe
that
they're
right
all
away.
15-yarders in college.
Because right there, I mean,
didn't they change that in the pros to all 15 yards, or is that both?
I think they still have both. Because my only thing saying there is, that was definitely an unintentional face mask.
So the Spartans have it 1st and 10 at the Spartan 49-yard line with 8 minutes to go in the game. Reed, quick throw near side. It is complete, and that complete to number 80. That's Zachary Howe, wide receiver, sophomore. And Byfield making the tackle. That picked up about 4. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I'm waiting for Reed. I want to see him in the shotgun, take 2 steps back and just let him chuck one up. He does have an electric arm, like I did say earlier.
At the Utica 47-yard line, this is Young, and he's going to lose about 5 back in Spartan territory, back at the 49. Alex Rukavena on the stop linebacker, a freshman for Utica. It'll be 3rd down, close to 10 for the Spartans, back at their own 49-yard line. It's Utica 59 and Castleton 22. 7:05 left in the game. Third down and 10. Couple of wideouts to the right. Reed, play action. Second quarterback for the Spartans is complete in Utica territory down at the 36. And it was complete to number 85, Jacob Bilecki. And it is a 1st down. Rukavena on the stop.
What this Utica linebacking crew too? You see this second string, and they're doing a great job as well.
That was about a 15-yard completion and a 1st down. Young bounces it to the right side, near sideline, and didn't quite get out of bounds. Picked up about 2 or 3 down to the Utica 33-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Spartans have it at the Pioneer 33-yard line. And off right up the middle, that's LaFleur down to the 21. Picked up 12 and a 1st down.
I was going to say,
LaFleur.
We hadn't seen a lot of gives up the middle of this game at all. I mean, when Brzezowski was in the game, it seems like everything was out of the shotgun. It was either shotgun, quick pass right, shotgun, quick pass left, or shotgun draw. Now with Reed in the game, he's under center, and we're seeing a few different looks from this Castleton team.
Matthew Reed. It was 1st and 10 at the 21. That picked up 2 or 3.
And I think that was the same play. What you like to say, Jack. If it works once, go back to it.
That was LaFleur, right?
Yep.
Number 30, the
Correct.
up back out of the eye. Young is the deep back. Picked up about 1. 2nd and 9 at the 20. And here's the wide receiver reverse, and they got that one snuffed out. Bilecki is cut down at the 23, lost a couple. That was Rukavena over there. Alexander was over in the general area as well.
Utica defense, their linebackers make the majority of the tackles unless they're passes to the outside, which obviously that's the defensive backs. But, I mean, we don't know the exact stat, but I would say they've made more than half or a third of the tackles.
They're down at 13 for the Spartans. Lost yardage all the way back to the Utica 24-yard line. Lost about 3. Reed looking, and he's hit and fumbles. And let's see, it's going to be Utica's football, the first turnover of the ball game. Was that the guy that hit him, Northey,
Yeah.
or did he recover? Northey hit him. It might have been, I couldn't quite tell, it might have been Herberger that recovered, but that's the first turnover of the ball game. Outside of, again, unless you call block punts turnovers, and I actually do call them turnovers. They might not be officially turnovers, but at any rate, Utica takes over after the fumble recovery at its own 30.
And Matt Reed took a shot right there, and that's the old, you blitz the safety from the backside. Reed didn't see him, couldn't feel the pressure, and just took a lick.
Looks like we have another quarterback in there. That picked up about a yard.
Yeah, new quarterback is Paul Smith, a freshman.
Paul Smith, freshman quarterback. Jones on a carry there. A yard to the 32, 2nd and 9 for Utica. We'll have a lot of scoring during the postgame show, so plenty of time for Drew to get down there to talk to Coach Rich Alurcio on our postgame show. Under 4 minutes to go in the game, and Utica has a 59-22 lead. Number 13, Paul Smith, the freshman quarterback. Seems like they have a lot of interchangeable parts here. Here's Jones sweeping to the left, turns the corner. And he's bounced out of bounds on the near side at the 42-yard line. Picked up 11 and a first down. William Barnett for the Spartans to bounce him out. Clock stops with 3:36. They start the clock apparently. Well, they stopped the clock because of the first down. Apparently he didn't get out of bounds. Clock is moving again. 3:20 left here in the game. 1st and 10 for the Pioneers at their own 43-yard line.
That confuses me, Jack, because I am almost positive that he got pushed out of bounds right there. I wonder if it's a courtesy rule or something maybe with the score. I have no idea.
Well, they stopped the clock for the first down. I don't believe in college ball they start the clock, or are supposed to, until the play is underway, as we got a penalty marker down.
That looks like
after Jones carried out to about the 48-yard line and pick up about 5. We'll see what the penalty marker is all about.
Yeah, that's right in the area of offensive holding.
It's another one against Castleton. This has got to be addressed to the coach. I mean, that's I don't care what the score is or what have you. That's something like 5 or 6 personal foul penalties. It's I know it's frustration at times, but it's 1st and 10. The Pioneers have it down at the Castleton 37-yard line. Another personal foul, 15-yard penalty against Castleton. Paul Smith back underneath center. Jones picking for yardage, and maybe a yard to the 36. 2nd down coming up.
Trying to talking to the SIDs over there, trying to get the the word on how many against Castleton, but it's been a lot.
Down at the 35, it'll be 2nd and 8 for Utica, the Castleton 35-yard line. It's Utica 59 and Castleton 22. An off week next week on to Gallaudet. We'll be back on the 2nd of October. For football, of course, we have field hockey coming up, and men's and women's soccer. We have a women's soccer, field hockey, women's soccer doubleheader coming up on Wednesday.
Oh boy, lots of room again.
This is again Jones, and trying to cut back and lost his footing down at the 23-yard line. That picked up about 12 and another first down. 1st and 10 for Utica. This juggernaut put 78 on the board last week, 59 on the board this week, and they missed 4 extra points.
4 or 5. Winding it down here. I do think Utica looks like they're going to take a knee.
Matter of fact, they're going to take a knee a couple of times.
All right.
We'll wrap it up. I think you can get down there safely, and I have a lot scoring to do here. Smith takes a knee. Coming down on a minute to go in the game, and this is one impressive college football team. Out of the powerful Empire 8, the Utica College Pioneers, 59 and Castleton 22. 48 seconds to go in the game. And, of course, Drew Arnesen will be going down below. He'll take a knee again here. And they don't have to run off another play. That'll be it. It's pretty impressive here. The Spartans did what they could. A lot of times there was only one turnover. There was a blocked punt for a touchdown. But a lot of personal foul penalties against the Spartans. And that is it. And Utica has won it. Final score, the Utica Pioneers 59. And Castleton 22 as Utica moves to 2-0 on the year. And the Spartans at 0-2 on the year. And we'll have Drew Arnesen down below. We'll run by a lot of scoring in this ball game coming up during our post-game show. And we'll be back at Spartan Stadium after this timeout from Castleton.